still for a minute, guys.
I nearly did.
Oh, there we go.
Jesus. I'm out there already.
Done. Just stared. Shit, he's getting real, guys.
Okay.
That's it for energy. The rest of the episode
It's just gonna be
really dreary combat, followed by I don't want no descriptions. I just want it to be like, I'm going to attack with this weapon. I roll this. Okay, I add that modifier. Okay, I'll be like, you hit, roll damage. Don't describe it to me. Don't participate. Don't
pass go.
Way to set up.
We'll also spend like 10 minutes looking for one modifier for a weapon we've had in our inventory for like the last year, yeah?
Yeah. I want this. The thing is, like, I do want to do a stream where we do the most boring D&D ever, where we just spend one whole one shot being like, you enter a room.
See how long we last until we have to say a description because it's so fucking bad.
Dungeons and Beige.
Dungeons and Beige.
Like, please.
You enter a stone room. There are 4 doors and some lights.
Dumbness and dumbness. That's what it's called.
Yeah. But welcome back to the Starfinder podcast here on the Dragonborn Industries channels. I'm Ian, the Dragonborn Bard, and I will be your games master for this campaign. This wonderful campaign, and that will be the catchphrase of this entire campaign.
Yeah.
This wonderful campaign. How are you guys?
All right.
Good.
Pretty
Good.
A Monday night just chilling out with this guy. We're back. That's it. Hopefully, to all of you out there, I have been playing around with the microphones and stuff this week, so I hope you all can hear me, especially when the music kicks in later. Obviously, mods in chat or wherever, just let us know and we'll try and keep on top of it. Otherwise, you know, it's where do we go from there?
Really boring opening.
Yeah. You sit in a room. There are chairs around a table. The table is made of some kind of material.
Oh, that's too much description.
It is, isn't it?
You made it too exciting now.
What do you think is the most boring aspect of a TTRPG?
Boring aspect.
I don't know why. I think I should just jump over the table and punch him.
My parents said that when I was born as well. just saw my face.
Oh, that's why it's like that.
Yeah. Grafted, mate.
What do you think is the most? Because we obviously all play these games, and some people love combat.
I'm trying to think, to be honest.
Some people like, the RP side of it, but then, we talk about like travels and stuff like that. And a lot of people, they get rid of like things like rations and ammunition and stuff because that is quite a hard thing to remember and a hard thing to track. But obviously with Starfinder, we've had to track those things because it's literally part of the mechanics as to like batteries and spells for technomancers, being able to like change charges and stuff. So same with like mystics and everything. And I think I originally used to think travel was probably the most boring thing. When you've got a role play out 5 days of walking through a forest.
Yeah, I don't mind travels.
But I don't mind it anymore.
Random encounters, that's the thing. A random encounter table is just like...
Yeah.
I've played in a game before where we had, we'd each have to roll something. So there would be a kind of like, for the time of day, you'd roll for like a weather encounter as well as like... And it could be like just an RP encounter. It could be combat. We had some of our most intense and amazing bits just from a randomly rolled encounter. Yeah, I'm all for them.
Which I actually really like because that's what I used to do for Agrath. Is if anybody you two don't know, it was our original D&D campaign, which is the art in the centre of the table. But that's what I used to do. I used to be morning and afternoon and nighttime encounters. So 3 for the day. Yeah,
it's all right. You've got Kaz.
Yeah, the same character.
It's on 2.0.
Yeah. And it was literally you'd roll and sometimes it'd be like nothing and it'd like clear the day. And so I agree with you. It's all about random encounters, and that's for me how I would do that. What about you, Alex?
The most boring part of it? I don't know.
Just love it all.
Yeah.
Just
the most boring part is sitting here watching me think about what the fuck.
Do you feel that like pressure on you when you're playing to be like, oh god, what am I doing? But you're just staring at your character sheet like,
oh yeah,
I don't know what to do.
How I survived this far is remarkable. But that comes with the imposter syndrome. So
yeah, and I suppose that's a big one is imposter syndrome. Anybody else got some boring traits they have, as well as TTRPG?
I think when the TTRPGs get really nitty gritty, like encumbrance.
Yeah. Oh,
Fuck that,
fuck
boys.
encumbrance.
I don't know.
How much does your 10 arrows weigh? I don't know, half a
If you're
pound.
coin weight, I think so.
Every time off.
It's just that sort of thing. It's just like, fucking get out.
But then again, we have to use that in this system.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's so
it's
annoying.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's so much of a pressure.
I think Hephaestus helps us there.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Because if you're trying to manage that on a paper character
Oh,
sheet,
no.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
god,
No.
that is such
Yeah,
a
I
pain
agree.
in the ass.
Rubbing out.
I think an online tool like D&D Beyond, like Hephaestus, like Demiplane.
Demiplane, yeah.
I've been diving into Demiplane a lot.
Yeah, they've got some
Seven
good stuff on there.
Free plug for you there, Demiplane. But Hephaestus for Starfinder in particular, I think, because I was forgetting that Wiley was in the fight, and actually you talk about encumbrance, you can't be carrying Wiley around because you will become encumbered. So Wiley's miniature's on the map next to you. If you want to carry him, you're adding 2 bulk to your...
Oh dear.
So yeah, it's, you know,
I can carry him in my cheeks.
you can carry it to 1 bulk in your cheeks, right?
I've got 2 cheeks, haven't I?
But even then, they count
That checks out, right, Jack?
Go on, Jack.
I think, yes.
up to 1 bulk in your
I
cheek
haven't actually checked my
pouches.
cheeks in a while.
But and it's one of those things where actually having it as a digital tool here that we can use, I think actually makes a massive difference to that particular thing. And then the fact that it automatically does things like your speed and your stat blocks, because obviously playing Paizo things, for me, what I originally was scared about playing Paizo was the amount of things that attach to different things. Like, okay, so that's doing this, which is like, then attach it, look at this. But actually, with the online tools, and now I've like dived into the books and gone through them a lot more, I'm like, oh, okay, actually, this all makes sense, and I really like that now. So,
I've
yeah.
just added 2 bulk to my
Okay,
inventory.
so only if you want to. Where are you at with that?
I can still move or fly 30 feet.
Okay, so you're not quite encumbered just
No.
yet. Okay, that's fine.
He's a strong boy.
Yeah.
That's fine, because that's one of the things that came up a few times. Like, if you're carrying somebody else, you're not just carrying them, you're carrying their equipment as well. So it's like, you know, dragging a creature half feet is all well and good. But yeah, you've got to remember that like something could be too bulk, and why he's not wearing anything, you haven't got anything to weigh any more than that. But to then, if they had armor, if they had weapons, you'd be like, oh, there's another 4 bulk on top of that. You're like, you're dead. See you later. But
Back in.
but so I think it's interesting that some of the boring things of what I think we would normally find, actually, for this system, have been one of the key players at times in things that we do. And I don't think we've noticed that so far. But yeah, with enough further ado,
Yes.
Steph, over to you.
Oh, hello. Bear with.
Oh, bearing with.
It's me, canonical NPC Jimmy No Fingers, because I ain't got none right now, because I'm superfying. And it's got me a thinking, while I've lost even more fingers than I did before, about how much I miss holding things, you know, in my little hands and stuff. I miss holding things like cosplay items, terrain, miniatures, figurines, collectibles, and I miss painting them, I does. I misses it truly. So I've been linked into the VR set that Space Jesus has set up for us. I've hacked the system. I'm in, and I've been scrolling the net, and I've gone on to www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com to have a little look at the 3D prints what Rich has on offer, just to remind me of Anzia times. I've got a basket full and ready to go for once my superfication's complete, and I'm going to use the cheeky code to the stars from Dragonborn Industries to get 10% off, because it's one thing to be said for Jimmy Two Fingers, he likes a deal. And if you like a deal,
Yeah.
you can go and use that code too. Anyway, that's me for now. Hopefully I'll see you when I'm a beautiful butterfly. Jimmy Two Fingers, souping out.
Right. Thanks for that.
That's right.
Oh my god.
Blast from Kashoria. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Warrior Prince 3D. Please check them out. Use that code. Get yourself a little something. And why not, if you're spending money, if you're having trouble behind a GM screen, you're like, oh no, I need to think of things on the fly. Check out Roll and Play Press and their toolkits that you can use to save space and time behind your GM screens. We have an affiliate code, which is Dragonborn10, which you can use at checkout on rollandplaypress.com, and it'll get you 10% off your books, and it lets them know you've come from us. Otherwise, I'm going to throw it over to James.
Hello. So for
Hello.
Never seen it, mate.
He hasn't as well. That's the problem.
But if you have got Amazon Prime, you get a free Amazon Twitch Prime subscription, and you get it free every month. And it's a great way for you to show us that you love us. And it costs you no extra money. As I said, it's included as part of your Amazon package. You just go onto our channel after you signed in, just press subscribe once every month. Show us you're there, show us you love us. And don't forget to check out our YouTube as well, because we're trying to hit 800 subscribers.
We're past the 800.
1,000.
Trying to get to 1,000. But no, thank you, James.
Show us you're there.
Where are you?
Show us you care by hitting that little button that says subscribe.
Get back in your box fit.
He just came out of nowhere. Wow.
It's not Thursday yet.
Just press the down button. Oh, yes.
Not that button.
No, Farkas, no.
Oh, have you caught up with that?
I haven't yet. No.
Oh,
So much to catch up on, buddy.
yeah. Good luck.
That's great.
And also, please go check out DragonbornIndustries.com if you want to buy some sick-ass merch, or if you want to wear some Dragonborn Industries The Node t-shirts or things like that, or some lovely Stanley cups, which, you know, I've got cold.
I've also got cold.
Anybody else rocking them tonight?
Disappointment.
Got nothing.
Unbelievable.
Sorry.
What are you rocking?
Coke.
Coke.
Full fat, no nonsense.
The only Coke there should be.
Absolutely.
I'm rocking a fizzy water with a little bit of blackcurrant squash in it.
Look at Mr. Health over there.
Squash, mate.
That's like very 2000s council estate. And
It's Council's Pop.
Yeah,
It's literally
it's
where growing up in Nottingham.
That's thrown me right back.
Yeah, that's my life right now. So go check out DragonbornIndustries.com where you can pick up loads of cool things. And in all fairness, I also make dice on there too. Otherwise, thank you so much. And I guess if there's... Oh, actually, we're back Thursday at Happy Piranha for the D&D intro sessions.
Yeah,
which,
another session,
if you want to come get GM'd by Jack or myself, then have we got... Is it...
It's just you two because I did the last one.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know if it had gone up to 3 this time or
no,
not.
I think you're right on you two.
Yep.
It's just me and Jack this time. Steph's not allowed.
No, I'm banned.
No girls.
Unfortunately, after last time, it has to be that way. Steph caused a few problems.
No regrets.
And they've asked her to step down for a week or two.
Yeah.
And if you want to know what actually happened, go to the D&D intro nights if you're here in Cornwall, and we'll tell you all about it.
I shouldn't have agreed to let you two off the leash, should I? This is going to end really badly for me.
What about me?
I'm not there
He's
to
gained a nickname last time.
Yeah.
And it was
And
so
no one needs to fucking
good.
say that on the stream, I'll tell you that.
When we get a Patreon, right?
It'll be the first bit of paid content.
Yeah, honestly, we've just hit membership for YouTube.
Hey.
Which I'm not setting anything up yet because I actually want to chat to people and sort out what we're actually going to do for that. But
Why?
maybe we do some little behind the screens.
Yeah.
Jack the
Yeah.
Ripper. Is that his nickname? I'll never tell unless you pay for it.
Possibly worse, I'd say, than the other nickname I was given. So, maybe not.
No. But I guess that's it. Otherwise, we're going to jump into...
We are also on the first Friday of March.
Oh, we're not touching tonight, are we?
Yes, we are. We are going to be back at Happy Piranha again with Lightwell Live. If you want to catch up, you can find Lightwell Live wherever you get your podcasts.
You kind of do.
Go listen.
Dragonborn Industries or Lightwell Live. With no further ado, we are going to jump into tonight's episode of Starfinder.
Well, it's probably going to be a little while.
I'm actually going to go to that screen.
Straight away.
Going to go straight into
right
it.
to the thick of it.
Last time, the party readied themselves to possibly encounter the supposed dead teammates of Nanosite, Kaz, Umbra. The crew have gained a close relationship recently. And yet James is still half off the screen.
Eat laser.
They lay in wait as the cruise liner, the Silver Jade, docks with Absalom Station and passengers disembark. But now, we don't see any Strix or Drow coming off this cruise liner. The party begin to mill around and try and listen out to the passengers and finds one suspicious high elf who seems somewhat out of place, asking an attendant for some information. They overhear this elf asking for their next departure, and the confusion from the attendant that seemingly think the docking bay in question should be closed for repairs, yet on being asked to check again, sees that it is not, and directs this lone elf to docking bay 66. The elf begins to head out of the dock when TJ's Ring of Whispers picks up this elf's real voice, talking on a comm, having spotted Kaz. TJ decides to intercept rather than follow, and in doing so, the elf began to run. The crew chase them, but only Kaz and Pez's drone Bear are able to keep up. Kaz takes a shortcut and beats this elf there. However, as soon as Kaz breaches the corner, a shot is fired from some unseen shooter, and combat begins. And that is where we are jumping in to today's session. As the rest of the crew have made their way into this abandoned hangar bay, and this elf has dropped their visage and now presents themselves as a 6-foot-plus Strix in heavy armor, wielding an array of weapons. Kaz has called out to what he believes is the previous members of his long-dead crew as we come back at the top of the round. And somebody else is going first.
Brilliant.
I'm going to remove my jacket so that I stop hitting this microphone.
Yeah.
So all of last session was like as I kept hitting into it with my zip. So we do that. They're going to spend a movement action, and this gantry begins to move.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
Ooh, I blue tacked it down to stop it from falling over. Take that. Move for a second. That's why you don't make immersive modular maps with battle systems terrain that you can get through a link in chat. And it moves itself over to the other side of the room.
Uh-oh. That's one hamster cage I don't want to be in.
Okay. Roll this open, because I like to roll open. Remember that in this fight, this particular Strix, at the end of the last go, released a smoke grenade, which has filled this area around these crates that you've jumped over, which obviously is this big plume of grey smoke that fills this area. So 7 on the dice. 24 to hit. There is no concealment chance to miss.
Even with my nanocloud?
And with the smoke.
Jesus Christ. How much did you say? Sorry, 20?
24.
Yeah.
Right, everyone get your cred sticks ready today.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Knock the ammo.
I've got no creds, only my
We're going to take 14 points of piercing damage. None of you hear a shot. This gantry begins to move across the hangar bay, and as it goes over the top of you, you take another round. Which deals 14 points. How are you looking?
Half stamina points.
Okay. And your nanite cloud is active, yeah? In the midst of this smoke. Okay. Next up, because I forgot to roll initiative for him last time, Wiley.
Why?
Oh god.
Now, you put 2 bulk onto your character to say that they're still on your shoulders, yeah?
Yeah.
They pull out this small hatchet-style hand axe. They've
Good
got
lad.
scraps of metal,
Good lad.
and they are
Takes
just
that
going to
booster.
launch it at the back of this guy's head.
Cool.
They're just like, what's that? And they just throw this piece of metal at him. Let's make an attack for Wiley.
That's funny.
Come on, Wiley.
Where'd he get that tomahawk? Yes.
It is a 2 on the dice.
Oh.
3-0.
Oh.
As it just dung think hits the floor in front of you and just falls to the ground, maybe like 10 foot in front of you. I'm just going to use that.
It is his
Sets it
first
up there.
time.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bah!" Screaming in Goblin. You probably hear something like, kill! In Goblinoid. Then, next round of haste circuit.
Yep.
Just so you are aware. Bruce.
Oh, my God. That's right.
Bear in mind you are 1 attunement point in, or 1 round to attunement in.
So I got hit by the guy who is standing in the middle between me and the collective.
You can see that this staff that this elf was wielding before was actually a massive engined hammer that has a big, essentially, thruster on the back of it, and that's what you heard ignite and smash you in the back. They have put this on their back, and they are currently in the process of pulling out an auto rifle and aiming it into the cloud.
I'm going to kind of like, I got a child on my fucking back. And then I'm going to cast Awakened Flames.
Nice.
As a standard action. Am I within 30 foot, actually? Let me...
You probably are. Just going to double check. Yes, you are. Just.
As a standard action, you elevate the energy levels in your body of a target creature within 30 feet, causing it to combust if it moves. Until the end of your next turn, the first time the creature moves from its space, it gains the burning condition. Fortitude negates.
Okay, so Fortitude save. What do you know what the DC for this is?
I don't know where to find that. I guess, is it my mysticism? I don't know. Making shit up.
So if you click on the actual thing, it might have a DC in there.
Might be a spell.
Yeah, maybe.
So this is one of your Solarian abilities, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's find that.
Oh.
Because you're going to want to know that DC. Fortitude's a good save for them, by the way.
Doesn't say. It might transient your spells if there's.
Because I don't think this is a spell, I think this is an ability.
Yeah.
Because your fortitude is +6.
Yeah, okay.
So it won't be your Fortitude.
No,
DC is equal to 10 plus half your Solarian level plus your Charisma modifier.
Okay, so what my...
So if you're level 6, so it's 10 plus 3 plus your Charisma mod.
Why isn't my brain working today?
Is your Charisma mod plus 4?
I'm just still busy trying to find it. Charisma.
It's usually across the top.
Oh, it's, yes, +4.
So that's going to be 14, 15, 16, 17. DC 17.
Okay. So
I have to roll very low to fail this. Fortitude is their best save.
Okay.
It's a 7 on the dice.
Okay.
For an 18.
Oh! So
Damn.
+11.
Plus 11 on the Fortitude save. So Fortitude negates. Does that say as a standard action?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've still got movement.
I'm going to fly up to the gantry.
Okay.
If it's within 30 feet.
Should be within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Easily. You can get yourself up there, and you are carrying Wiley. So Wiley just next to you.
The child.
That's me.
Quickly just blue tack this side down, just so it stops it from moving around. So, I'm actually going to give you the control of that so you can zoom around and have some fun with the camera.
Yeah, while I despair in quiet silence.
So edgy.
Anything else? So, standard action move. Okay, cool. Next up, Pez. You've just come into the room, you've sent Bear over into the edge of this now pluming smoke cloud. You're up, what would you like to do?
Seeing this arm just kind of swing in, I'm like, I'm going to try and remote hack.
Okay.
Keyword try. With my feats, traits. Where the heck is it? Remote hack. I can use my custom rig to make a computers or engineering check at a range of 20 foot from myself or my drone. To target of this ability can make a perception or a sense motive check, which is 10 plus 1.5 times my mechanic level plus my intelligence modifier to determine if they know where it's coming from.
And what are you trying to remote hack?
I'm trying to remote hack the controls, essentially, of the gangway.
Okay, give me an engineering check.
Cool. So that is 11 plus 8. That is 19.
Quick look, you can tell that this isn't controlled by on the gantry.
That's fine.
So the control unit must be somewhere else.
Yeah.
You look around the room, and with an engineering check to work out like hangar bays and stuff like that, which is well within your remit of knowledge, so the DC is going to be quite low for this.
Yeah.
You would probably think that this heightened area here,
Is
the
where it
control panel, is up here.
That's
in
fine.
fact, you probably think it's this terminal.
That's cool. With my movement, that's Sylph, isn't it? I'm going to try and make 5, 10, 15.
So if you stick to using a tool just because the grid on it isn't exactly...
So that's 30. 30's there. And then 5's there. So just by
That's
that.
speed of 35.
Yes.
Nice.
With that, I'm also going to control Bear to turn around and take a shot at this one.
Okay. Absolutely can do. What's the weapon attached to Bear?
It's a arc pistol static.
Okay, cool.
19 to hit.
Hits.
So that is 5 electric damage.
Okay. As this bolt comes out, what's it look like when it shoots from Bear?
So you just see the bottom of Bear it just clip away as you just see this gun come under from like a mount, and you just see as it's coming down, it's already glowing, knowing that he's ready. Bear's ready to attack. You just see this blue like hum as it siphons some of the energy off Bear's internal battery, and just vroom, as like this blue pulsing energy bullet comes flying out.
Okay. And it like strikes into their armor, and it's very much like it like jolts through them. Like, "Ugh!"
And that's everything.
Okay. TJ. Currently in a cloud of smoke.
Yep. I want to get out of the cloud of smoke. So I think
I don't know what happened to my standard range roller.
So that one is 30, so...
that one is 30. So it's squeezing it all in here. I think I can just about get myself to the edge of... Might need to help because I've got little arms.
Are you trying to go around or over?
Around, because I didn't ever quite
you're
get
aiming
into
for
the...
this way.
Yeah, like about there is about where I can get. I can... Kaz is in the cloud. Can I make like a perception check to see if I can spot anyone previously unknown on the battlefield? Because obviously we've got...
Yes, you can make an as your action, you can make a perception check.
17.
No. You see this... you can't see the current Strix at the moment because of the cloud, and you don't see anybody else.
Cool. I'm not going to spend any resolve yet, so that's me.
Sylph.
Alright. Can I hit the wall, please? Thank you.
Sorry, I can get it for you. Where are you trying to get to?
I'm probably going to spend a move and a resolve to see if I can get up the stairs.
Yeah, so you can probably get 30 will take you right to just before, so it's actually right next to Pez.
And then
so it would actually put you about there.
Spend a resolve for move to up the
30
stairs.
will put you up here or here.
Yeah, go there.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be good.
You're invisible.
I am invisible.
Just need to check something.
Maybe invisible, but you can hear the whoop, 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 whoop.
And drop the bass.
That's why TJ's got the
Oh, it's out of the
microphone.
tray. It's out of the tray. What's your spell DC, please?
For the invisibility spell.
where are you? Wisdom 17.
Okay, perfect. Carry on.
Then, if she was visible, but as this is invisible, theatre of the mind. Like she runs her hand over her pulse rifle. Hello. And if she was still visible, this would be like a dark smoke going over the rifle. And for a swift action, she's putting Bane on the pulse rifle.
Nice.
And then for a standard action...
That's awesome. Bane's a Swiftie.
Bane is a Swift.
Bane's a Swiftie.
There's a little Swift Bane.
Red Bang!
And then...
I could do it with a broken heart.
And then, yeah, so then there would look like one of the holographic cards would look like a little bullet with a...
Oh, cool. It comes from your card spells. That's awesome.
Because the deck does actually boost my spells, so...
Nice.
Hence why I've got it. And it's a little bullet with a little cog shape on it. And that will be enhanced weapon on that as well. And that is the end of my turn.
That's a fucking boon and a half, that is.
Yeah.
That's amazing. If that shit hits...
This is where I'm like, 1.
As you've run past, give me you have 3 perception check.
Invisibility is gone.
Because you cast the spell, so invisibility's gone, don't you?
Yeah, sorry, for some reason it's reset, so
No, that's
I'm
fine,
just
fine.
taking it back off. Oh, sorry, it's supercharged weapon is the spell.
Oh, even better.
Because I've got the other one as well. And they do stack.
Yeah, they do.
They do. So wait till next round. So what do you want? Wisdom 17.
Perception, please.
Oh.
Why
And
now?
you spent it now.
Why now?
Okay.
It's a 25.
For a nat 20.
Not very. For
Nat
nat 20, this is the time I get the nat 20.
Okay. As you were invisible, as you get to the top stairs, you can see that the eyes of the drow, you know there are no pupils, they're these silvery, milky eyes, but you're used to Kaz now, and having maybe seen him sometimes without the goggles, you can tell that they were trained on you for a second, as in they'd seen you go past. You don't see anything there to say that they've got anything to view invisibility, but they definitely noticed you. And then as you cast spell and it drops, you see them do a half smile, and then they go back to being trained on the smoke cloud.
Okay.
So, is that the end of your go?
That is the end of my go.
Kaz, you have taken 3 rounds from this unknown shooter. You have called out to who you think is here. The smoke has filled the area. You can feel your nanites there. Obviously, you gain your stamina back because it's your nanite array, which is...
I have to choose to do that.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a constant thing.
No.
But they are out and they are mixing with the smoke.
Yeah, seemingly doing nothing though. Okay. But am I right in saying that I heard them sort of say they got to make sure that it's him? Is that what the words
He
are?
sense motive.
Is that what I heard from the old Barag? Pretty good. So many tabs open. Fuck. Shit.
Tabs on tabs on tabs.
Sense motive. That's a 25.
Yes. What you heard was the back end of a comm discussion, and it's we've got to make sure it's him. You think you called out, you sent a message, but is that enough for them? How could you prove that you are you, and this isn't some trap, to what was essentially one of the most paranoid units in Keydale?
Okay. I'm going to run out of smoke.
Where are you going?
I'm going to run straight for Rag.
I'm gonna run to you! Oh yeah. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Runs.
And I'm going to sort of get up in his face.
Sorry, they would put you there. You are still 5 foot away.
Yeah, and as I
There you are!
as I do so, I'm going to retract my cloud, and as a swift action, I'm going to start healing myself with the stamina.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned. I'm going to kind of like try and grab him by the collars or like by the plates of his armor or something. Just
I'm still 5 foot away. There's a gap between
I have my haste on, so I can just zoom in.
Let's get to the people's lives. Podcast listeners, James and Steph are enjoying this moment with a beautiful dice kiss. Sponsored by Warrior Prince 3D.
This moment is brought to you by Warrior Prince 3D.
It sure is.
TTRPG.
I'm gonna try and
Snoggy mates.
grab onto some segments of his armor or something, and just say, "Rag, look at me! Fucking look at me! It's me, Kaz. I'll answer anything you need to know to prove that I am who I am. Just please give me a chance to do so. My friends will stay away. They will not do anything to harm you. I've had my fill of unnecessary fights. Don't make this another."
Give me a diplomacy check.
Come on, my boy.
Come on.
Fucking camera's gone again.
Yeah, hasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, always is.
That's unfortunate, that is.
Oh, that's a madness.
Well, I'll probably
Oh,
get done next.
Crits the kid, what was the roll?
2.
2. Let 2.
come on, Kaz.
DOS.
Come on.
That one.
Better, but probably not as great. 16.
16. You grab, and you can see this like.
Me? Not bad.
It's like as this like. As Barrow was going to literally. Barrow was literally bringing up this auto rifle. You like put your hand on it. You then like grab the armor. And like you come in, and it's like, that's the speed I remember. And then you say this, and he's like, oh no, well they want us to check it's you.
And I'll say, well, let me prove it then. And then, like, you can, well, any of the wounds that I've taken, you can see it will start like stitching up. And we'll sort of like try and make a sort of scene of it, seeing the nanoids make it do its work.
One success.
Oh.
Brilliant. Fucking great. Okay, I'm assuming you could count that as an action for me to sort of.
No. I mean, you know, if you've still got an action, you know, talking, you've not said much out of the way of 6 seconds.
Okay.
So you've done a move, and you've
Swiftied.
swiftied,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And then you did another move to get up, because you've got a circuit.
It's one move, but my speed is doubled.
Cool, perfect.
Okay, and then I don't know.
Come on, show us some of the old tricks.
Get your cock out.
Not an old trick. I mean, I haven't got technically
Cold out here.
got this weapon, but I'm
And he knows how to use it.
going to get my Tacklash out.
Oh, is that what I'm calling it? Whoa!
He puts a ring gag in.
Don't make this what it isn't. Right? I mean, can I make an attack with it?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've got a base attack +1, so you can take a
Yeah.
weapon out as you're moving.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Yes, you can.
I'm going to sort of take a step back, as it were, but still 5 foot in, and just go and sort of maybe try and trip him up, but not actually trip him up, just make an attack. That's a cocker, that. That's a natty 20.
Okay.
That's not really. That's when I need it. That's when I need it. So it's 27. EAC.
Hits.
Yeah. Fucking big old D4 here.
Big old D4. Your old friend.
So that's 14 points of electric damage.
And you watch as you like.
Maybe like wrap it around his waist and just pull it tight so it kind of like just
It doesn't like. It's
zaps him.
like. Ah! Anyone could use one of those. And he like is just looking at you, and like in this moment, you see your old friend. His face is more heavily scarred on one side, and the right eye is a little bit clouded over more so than normal. But unmistakably both character traits, personality, physical prowess.
Yeah.
Looking a little bit more buff than last you saw them.
Yeah.
But this is Barrack.
Alright, that's me done.
Okay.
Chocolate.
Jackie, a little treat.
Barrack will
Fuck me up.
So. Yeah.
Cool.
You watch as they just drop the auto rifle and it hits the ground. As their arms and their hands begin to like undulate and change as their nanites begin to surge. The hammer from their back almost like disappears and then goes up through the arm. The tacklash falls off. But we gotta be sure.
Bring it in.
There we go! And, like he like smiles and he's just going for a straight uppercut with this comet hammer. And
Comet hammer.
You got some weird friends.
before, Barrack always used a hammer. And now you can see that like as your nanite array has
Progressed.
theirs has too. And it's as like it's coming up, that's when it's like forming in this engine springs to life.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
It's 2 on the dice.
Oh, thank God. I might actually miss for once.
19 against KAC.
That misses.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, double check he doesn't get a boost to that.
Don't do this. Come on.
Anything else?
Big game.
He's got you there.
Hoisted by my open term.
He said, please.
No, it's only to damage. And you can see that like his nanites form like little spikes on the end of the hammer. You can see they like bolster the engine, and you can tell like his nanites would like bolster damage. And you, how do you like deflect it? Do you just step back?
I think it's just kind of a smooth movement, maybe from like retracting the lash, just kind of like almost like Matrix style, like just lean back and just let it.
Like you've seen this before, and you like
Yeah.
oh, I know what's coming.
I know
here.
there's a rag move.
Yeah. Okay. He smiles. It's like good. I didn't declare a full attack, which is annoying. And they use the movement to change their nanite array.
Yes.
I've got a haste circuit on though.
No.
Is that just movement? I need to remember if that gives them an extra action.
I don't think it gives them an extra.
I don't think
I
it
think
does.
that's a D&D thing.
Yeah.
Again, I forget what haste does.
That's the haste spell.
When making a full attack, a hasted creature can also take a separate move action to move. All movement is increased by 30 feet. Yeah, that's literally it.
Okay. They don't do anything else.
I was ready to get shot again. What happens, eh? Mr. GM?
Okay.
Mr. GM.
Mr. GM.
You said your friends won't attack, didn't you?
I said
To Barrett.
they won't attack if I... Kind of like a, if we're agreeing to all calm down and I'll answer questions and I'll do whatever.
Okay. Wiley is now up on the gantry with you. They don't have their weapon. They are on your shoulders. And they are just like, what's going on? Yes, go on! And you hear in Goblin, I'll kill them all.
Goodbye.
Maybe no.
They can't do anything.
Thank God.
Bruce, you're up.
Do you say there's a Vesk on the gantry at the top there?
No. There's a control unit here that controls the gantry.
Oh shit. So where was the sniper? What have I missed?
Kaz saw something,
Okay.
but it wasn't called out.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can spot anything on the gantry?
On the one you're on, yeah?
Yeah.
You absolutely can. This will be an active perception check.
That is a 21.
Oh, you don't see anyone.
Doesn't mean they're not there.
Yes.
True dead.
Would I have heard anything come from that direction, like fire or like shots? Or...
This is the thing. None of you have heard these other shots.
Right. I'm going to run along. Just like
Run along now.
30 feet.
30 feet will put you. Yeah.
Yep, and that would mean I'm at 2 attunement points, isn't it?
Technically 3. You've attuned, then you had another thing. Does your ability cost you any attunement points? You did.
No, that was a standard action.
Okay, but it doesn't say you can spend your attunement points or anything like that, or when you're fully attuned. No, cool. You technically are now fully attuned. It's been 3 rounds, 3 attunement points, and you are fully attuned. I assumed it was photon mode, yeah?
Yeah. Am I in 30 foot of the person down the bottom?
You absolutely are.
I'm going to take a shot with my semi-auto pistol.
Okay.
That is a 19.
Semi-auto pistol is a KAC. That is a miss.
Damn.
That's a bare miss.
That's a bad miss.
Crits to now. Alright, that's me. I'm just going to...
Okay. The round hits into the ground. Barra's like on the upswing still, looks up and then looks back. It's like, well, they're still fighting. That'll be a problem for them.
Well, it seems to me there's no rules here. Let's keep at it.
Yeah! Pez, you're up.
I would have heard Kaz probably shout that they're friendly. Not caring for this. You just see him tap away at his data pad. What he installed on the Orion's Hope is a remote pilot.
Hey.
So I don't know how far away our ship is.
It's a pretty quick ship. Let's roll a d4. That's how many rounds it will take to get.
That's D6.
Really want a 4 here.
Roll us a 1, mate.
4.
Excellent.
Come on.
Oh, it. This time it's personal. Which, ironically, I've dubbed in this episode so far the Sniper 2. This time it's personal. 4 rounds. You can begin that. It will be an action to begin the piloting. It'll probably be a movement action. In fact, actually, it'll be a movement action to manipulate your data pad.
Yeah.
So, to basically remote pilot here and make sure it gets here around Alstom, it'll be a movement action each time to manipulate just to make sure
It's on. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna then. Oh no, that was my move action. I would probably hang off, but I'd get Bear to moving closer to Kaz.
Yeah. You get right up to him if you want.
I'll kind of keep it back at a distance.
They're like stealthy little.
And then as an action, it's gonna stealth.
Just stops moving and like you watch as like the shroud.
It just like pixelates over, and what was once this sort of like grey droid with like a little sort of like animated face on its screen, you just see it go. It tilts its head as it just fades away.
Nice. You see one blinking LED still in the
Oh my god, someone turned it off! I need to sleep!
Ooh.
Did you roll a stealth check?
I did roll it stealth with a nat 20.
Boy.
plus 13, and because it's stationary, plus another 10.
Yeah.
So that's 43 on stealth.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I will keep that number in mind for when we get to things.
It no longer exists.
Sylph. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I kind of want
Make like Baldric. Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
How many times you play
I want
Kids
you
in
in
English?
my room. Sylph wants blood. She wants to go. Let's fucking go. Enhance weapon for a move action.
Mummy's got the blood lass.
Guys kind of has. Guys taking a hit at Kaz. They're kind of bantering like they still want to go.
30 feet.
30 feet. It's alright, it's a 60-foot weapon.
Yeah, no, I'm just letting you know.
So yeah, move action. So while the card on one side is like a bullet and a cog, another little card comes out the other side, and this is like multiple bullets with a little sparks on it. Both fade into the gun. Please actually roll nicely for me.
So let's work out the modifiers before we start rolling.
So I am spending this at a second spell level, so it is.
So you need Brew to hit first.
Yes.
Okay. How much you get on top of your?
With the enhanced, it's 4d6, and
That's
with
the damage.
the empowered.
What's the 2 roll? Or is it just your weapon?
I'm pretty sure it is just my weapon to roll, and both of these are on top of each other. Just
What's your
damage.
plus on that?
Let me just. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, it's a next attack, so that's attack damage, just to make sure.
What's your plus TD20 on this?
7.
Okay, plus 7. You know the EAC is 19.
Yep.
You got this.
For once, can I make it?
Because this is like 2 stacked spells for damage. I really want this to hit.
So do I.
How many crack sticks you got in that little thing of yours?
I mean, I said I wouldn't spend them in my head mentally because they're calyxes, not six.
Spend them because it's cool.
Yeah, but I really, really want this to hit.
Got that 20.
Oh!
That's 20.
You got to say, I'm a witch. I'm a witch. It's not hitting, is it?
I'm a witch.
27 to hit, and it's a plus d6 on damage, so that's
Okay, so
plus 12 d6.
first of all, are there any critical hit effects to that weapon?
Yes, there are. So
What's the crit hit effect?
both the weapon. Oh, this is the thing. It's weapon and the bane.
So what's the weapon crit effect?
The weapon, if it's
weapon,
so.
The other one does the damage.
Oh, why does this not register my scrolling?
What's the weapon?
It's a vortex pulse rifle, so a well-aimed shot can overcome the target with a wave of nausea. Vortex rifles can also be used to generate enough force to break down doors, walls.
Sonic shotguns.
Yeah, it's a sonic shock. And Bane.
Pulse, is it?
It's the pulse version, yeah.
Nauseate.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the Bane enhances the power of critical hits against certain foes. Against a designated foe, which I should have said humanoid.
Obviously,
is
it's
what I'm
him.
shooting. Yeah. Against
The one you're shooting at.
the designated foe is humanoid. The Bane gains stun critical effect.
Okay.
If the weapon already has a critical effect, which this isn't a critical effect, the nausea it says a well-aimed hit, which I don't really know.
Yeah, no, I got that, it's fine. So, let's put those on first. So, nauseate
and
stunned. How long for?
Nauseate, I believe, is 1 round.
Yeah.
And the Bane is... When you add this fusion to the... It might be up in this section. The weapon, blah, 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 blah. I get the feeling it's also going to be a 1 round thing. Because it
Usually
doesn't
on a D4
say...
for
It doesn't say to roll anything. So on the assumption of not rolling, it's a 1 round. Weapons for fusion the ability installed.
Okay, I wonder if it's actually.
Set the type 1 selected creature.
yeah.
Stunned. It will actually say for a certain amount of time. Everything you're holding in can't take actions and you are flat-footed. Doesn't say it in that one. We'll call it a D4 for now.
Cool.
Stunned is for 1 round.
Okay, cool. So nauseate and stunned is going to be for 1 round.
I could have had a D4 then.
No, thank you, Jack.
It's alright, it's alright.
But technically...
But still.
Actually.
I'm proud of you.
Anyway,
Oh, he liked
it's
that.
still it is the one time I've got a nat 20 for an attack. I'm so happy.
Assume Calyx get retired then.
Yeah, fuck Calyx. He's going off on his own Jesus adventure.
Silk just cuts the pod open.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of our crits, you are maxing all damage and then adding your modifiers.
So what?
Can I have some d6s, please? Because it's 6d6,
How many do you
so it's
need?
12d6.
Okay, no, so
No,
max 66 first.
No, 66 is what I've already. That was
how about-
with all the additions is 66. So if we're doing a 20, it's 12d6.
Well, we're maxing the 66 because it's crit.
Oh, right,
And then
yeah, yeah,
rolling the 66 on top.
No, okay, that
So
makes
we've got
sense.
36 as a base.
36.
What I say, so that's just the supercharged weapon, right? The 66.
Oh, that's all of it.
That's with the empowered weapon and the
okay.
other one on.
So it's everything.
36.
So 36.
And what's your modifier?
The weapon is 2d4, so plus 8.
Plus 8.
So
You write this down, yeah?
Yep.
36 plus 8.
Okay,
And
then you get to
then-
roll all that again. Did you add your modifiers to that? Did you get any modifiers to it? For weapon specialization or anything? Should say next to the weapon if you do.
No.
No, it's fine.
So 4,
Yep.
3,
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Almost max.
1, 5, 4, 3, 6, 2.
72 points of damage.
Jesus. And they're
So,
stunned.
just to explain it, so I will also say how now she's made an attack roll, the invisibility does also come off. So as she makes this attack,
Would it come up when you cast a spell in the last round?
no, because that wasn't an attack spell, be a dear.
Still cast a spell. You can interact with things like doors and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
If you cast
okay,
a
that's
spell
fair.
or do an attack, that's when it came off.
Oh, well,
Either way,
it's
Yeah,
done
yeah.
now. So holds the rifle, and it's like just dead silent as it sort of aims for this guy. The bullet goes in one side, and then on like the diagonally opposite side to his body, the whirlpool vortex from the pulse rifle just explodes out the other side in some sort of anime cool looking shit.
I can see it, the slow-mo.
And as that happens, just in the reverse, like the invisibility will wear off like smoke and cards to the wind.
Jesus.
that is a heavy hit.
No shit.
And Dara is on the back end of an upswing as this like round just goes through him, and you see him stumble. Ow! And like his face drops and goes very pale. That really, really hurt. Like,
Ow, Sylvie, that really hurt.
Do it again, mummy.
Harder.
there's no real response because he's still taking the amount of pain that he's in.
Shit.
And he's like,
Nausea's gonna hit now.
and then the nausea hits, and he's like, "Ugh." He's like, sorry, and then like you just see he's like this would have put down any normal humanoid, and he is still standing, just, and it's like, because you can see like the wound is just seeping this dark red purple blood, and like the arm is like cracked on one side, and the hammer just like drops to one side, which is still part of his arm. Doesn't really lose his focus on you, but is like, yeah, just
Okay.
out of it for a round.
Bless you.
What's the...
And I will just, as he's stumbling, I'll just go, I suggest we play nice.
Wow, yeah, I
says
suppose
while
we do.
obliterating someone.
Kaz.
Oh, Christ. I don't even know whether to just like try and knock him out or something. I don't know. Does he look like he still wants to fight?
In this moment, he looks fucked. He's properly like, he's trying to focus on you, but because of the nausea, because of the stun, because of that heavy, heavy hit, he's like just standing up. He is like ready to go. Down. Like ready to go down. Like, he's not like ready to go with you, he is like fucking out of it.
Ooh, okay. I don't think he would try and go and finish the job. I just don't think he would. Where did I have the inkling of some other person maybe?
The last time you thought you saw them was at the top of this ladder in and around this area somewhere. Now, with invisibility, you don't get a precise location. You just get a sort of rough area.
Okay. Can I drop something that I'm not currently holding, but like get something out and drop?
Right? So that would be a manipulate action.
Yeah, okay.
If you're not currently holding it, you'd be like, oh, whoops,
Oh no!
drop my pencil.
My keys.
Bend and snap.
Right. I'm going to...
Not the words a man wants to hear.
Again, this table is too straight.
I'm going to resolve point to get another move action.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to...
It's 3 with a haste.
I did get another one with haste, didn't I?
Yep.
Ignore that.
So you've got another round of haste, by the way.
Yeah.
One more, so
One
haste
more.
comes out.
In that case, I won't use the resolve point because I forgot about haste works. I'm going to use a movement action to change my nanites into force souls. I'm going to walk up at a 45-degree angle, or run at a 45-degree angle with the force souls, right to that platform where I thought I saw someone.
Yep. You got that double move, ain't you?
I want to try and get up there.
Yeah, easy. Where do you want to be?
First square I get to.
This one?
Yeah.
As soon as you make it to there, can you give me an acrobatics check as you trip over somebody?
Yuck, not good. Acrobatics, yeah?
Yeah.
13.
13. You make contact with someone. I'm not going to knock you prone, but they're going to reposition you into the corner.
Okay.
As you
Clearly
collide,
stumble onto
like
something.
knee into somebody's space. You go, and then like you hear like a heavy weapon being moved as they like a hand comes around your waist and like forcefully pushes you with your momentum into that space and almost like bases you away. And as you come back around, you can see like the invisible outline, like Predator again, and this large rifle of a figure.
Okay. I will then use it. My second. I've just done that to move.
You get a movement bit up there. Second movement was to.
Yeah. You know what? I am going to resolve point movement action.
Cool.
Fucking why not? I'm going to change my force souls into my sword, and then make a standard action hit. Try and hit
Go for it.
whoever this may be. 18 KAC.
It's a miss.
What's a bad miss?
It's not a bad miss. It's not a bad miss. Just a miss. Just a miss. As
We won't be pleased about that.
you go to hit, and they just move in a very swift, fluid motion, and just seem to like you with that same dodge of Barrack's weapon. They do the same thing with you.
Okay. I think I'm just going to sort of stand there poised and just maybe speak out. Show yourself. Face me.
Do a diplomacy check. There's a difference in the DC now.
Joke, that one.
There is a difference in the DC because of where you are.
It ain't gonna fucking matter, boy. Hey. I've got a +2, it's my worst thing.
Oh, mate.
You,
Thanks. I need it.
we'll see what happens on that turn. Anything else from
I'm
yourself?
done. I'm done.
Okay. Is it stunned till the end and not it till the end of their turn, or is it just for one whole round?
You were the one who found the stunt.
He just said literally for one round.
Okay, that means it's going to come off.
Probably until Sylph's next time.
Exactly. Barra's stunned.
Ooh, gentry down.
Everyone dies.
It's okay. We're okay.
There we go.
Everything's going to be just fine. They're not over there.
It's a bendy boy.
It's a bendy boy.
It's a
Leave that crane
support
up
strut.
Yeah, I'll put it there.
Luckily, it's all made of this very, very durable cardboard that you can get from at Battle Systems.
Okay, now.
I say.
So yeah, I'm trying to do like immersive, like 3D maps. Can they do anything with nauseated and stunned? Let's have a quick look. Because they're fucked. That really hurt them.
That's good. That was really good.
Nauseated. You are experiencing stomach distress. You can't attack, cast spells, concentrate on spells, or do anything else requiring attention. The only action you can take is a single move action per turn. That's for nauseated. For stunned, you drop everything you are holding, you can't take actions, and you are flat-footed. So, they don't move, and they are just like... You can see like their knees are buckling, but there's just this like innate strength, and they are just staying standing. It's like their entire world now is just to stay standing.
I'm so happy that hit.
Yes.
It was a big one.
That's the biggest hit we've had.
Top of the round.
Did I get a go that round?
Oh, I missed you out.
I was thinking I've been waiting a while here now.
Sorry, you should have gone after Pairs and before Sylph. Well. Yeah, you can take a turn now if you want.
It's not great. I haven't got much to do, but I'll do it. Seeing that Kaz has got up here. Kaz! Friend or foes?
Foes for now.
It's really ambiguous, my dude.
I know. Just be game.
Microphone out. TJ is going to be game in the only way he knows how to be game, because having seen all his friends die recently, he knows how badly this can fuck up a man and doesn't want to do this to Kaz. So he's got, his name's Kazumbra.
He don't own a printer.
He is a Strix boy. He had his wings torn off his back, oh, but my god, he can attack with all his nanites that make up himself. Kazumbra's your friend, he can be again, yes, it's Kazumbra. He can be your friend. Just to try and help Kaz.
Okay, what's the range on Gavin?
60 feet.
You're well outside of 60 feet. However, I will allow you a diplomacy check.
Thanks, boss.
Because of things you just said.
If anyone can do it, it's you who will leave.
Right, which dice? Let's do this one.
Special. Oh no. What is the roll?
I got a 2.
Another cred stick in from
Right in the corner.
Le Kaz.
Right. Okay, it's a bit better. 23.
That's good.
Okay.
I think that's alright.
I'll let you know something in a minute.
Worth it.
And then I'm going to tuck myself just behind the stairs.
That's 30-foot movement.
Yep.
Should be 5 foot. You watch as the field of invisibility begins to fall. And you are faced with a very familiar face. Fair-haired, exquisite beauty, and this pale blue skin tones. Very thin, a few inches shorter than the rest of the crew, as you know. Very smart, intelligent eyes. It's Felina. Looks at you, and there are tears. There are like literal tears rolling down her face. That is another success.
Yeah.
They are wielding, so they're wearing all of this like same kind of grey and metallic armor that's very nondescript, very. So it is very generic and very designed to blend in most places. This invisibility drops, and you watch as the sniper rifle begins to dissipate. You see that there is a heavy scope on it and a suppressor. It begins to. Yeah, nanite away.
Nanite away.
Nanite away, nanite away, nanite away, nanite away.
As in its place, a spear.
think Kaz looks almost sorrowful, like seeing the tears, just like furrowed eyebrows, a little bit of like emotion. But then seeing the spear come up, I'm like,
don't be scared.
Kisty girl. Kisty Strix.
They don't make an attack. What they do is they press it into your chest and like push you ever so slightly towards the barrier.
So hot.
And they.
Sorry.
did that come out?
Just the tip.
Oh! That's a lot of accurate information. Your friend.
It's because he knows me very well.
And the arm goes down.
Yes.
And we're going to come out of initiative.
Oh, I was just about to fucking kill him.
I mean, you absolutely can stay in initiative if you want to.
He's stopping you.
As
Bruce is going to kill
Bruce would have heard
everyone's backstories.
and he would have just gone,
True. Yeah.
hey kid, want to see something cool?
You
And then
do
just-
whatever Reese
So,
does, man.
okay, we'll stay in initiative then, because actually if your characters wouldn't know, then that's absolutely fine.
That is true.
As she drops the thing and she's like, just looking like she's looking at a ghost.
About to be.
And we'll probably go to break.
Oh.
And then
On the
take
cliff.
10 minutes.
On the cliff.
On the cliffy.
Oh, such a cliffy.
God, cliffy.
Oh, TJ!
We're going to take a 10-minute break.
Steph.
And we'll come back into this semi-combat with a cliffy.
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Cliffy.
See you then. Well. What have we here?
Well.
A trio of nerds, eh?
Hey.
Really?
A quartet of nerds.
Quintet?
A quintet?
Quintet of
Quinjet.
nerds. Quinjet.
Quinjet.
Realised that
A bushel of nerds.
I don't know,
bushel of nerds.
When Jack gets here, it'll be a sextet.
Hey, that's how we like it.
Always is with Jack around.
First style horse.
He's fucking hung like one. Jack is the biggest dick in the TTRPG community. And like, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, that man is packing 12 inches of packed ham down.
Smell it from here. And he's in the house.
Honestly, it's ridiculous. It's I once walked in on him in the bathroom by mistake. He just didn't lock the door, and I was headphones on, not paying attention. And as he turned around, it nearly knocked me out. It was
That's their glasses, isn't it?
yeah. It nearly took an eye out.
Both of them.
What was he doing in your house?
I don't know, but he literally has the biggest penis in the TTRPG community. You heard it here first, and
Makes it fact.
Yeah.
canon.
Yeah.
Absolute cannon.
You alright, mate?
Jump on me again.
Yeah. Cool.
Do you agree?
All I heard was big penis. I was like, yep.
Brag.
Humble brag.
very much.
Conk.
That's how we open the door.
I'm not this confident in real life. I'm really not.
So
Look at him.
I'm just saying.
What to do now?
Moving on.
How many dick push-ups can you do?
Oh my god.
bend and break. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Well.
So we jump back into part 2. We've got some tea.
Numero dos.
Yes.
Numero deuce. What are your thoughts on, the mechanics of who you're fighting, or who you possibly are fighting, who you're not being, and depending on what Bruce is going to do next?
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Bruce doesn't know any
No,
of
that's very
your
true.
backstory, and he heard Foe, and all he knows is that people are trying to kill us.
Yeah. I think
Pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kaz has been like, let's talk. Hey, it's me. The guy's gone, let's fight.
You've also heard no shots from this other.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think they're far stronger than I am, to be fair. I think they are.
Well, the thing is, from our perspective, like if this is a bunch of Kazes, if we have to fight them, we're fucked.
That's why I called the ship in.
Yeah. And
Not against mass murder.
Oh my god, don't make TJ be the one with any sense of morality here. This is
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning!
Now it's on body count.
Oh.
Well, yes.
It's alright, I don't think this guy's going to stay up for too much longer, in all honesty.
No. I suppose
1 HP. Come on, do it.
you're not far wrong. You're not far
He's
wrong.
dead. He's just stood up because he's stunned.
Technically,
Stun wears off. Bam!
smoke grenade is still going off. And let's reset a scene as we come back into, since Rooster's going to keep it going. Initiative.
Please drop Wiley on him like an angry grenade.
Yeah. Good day.
Roller
Gets rid of 2 problems.
True. You say it.
What's that, Ruth? You left him in the room while we get the tapas.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was like, yeah, drop him. Fucking straight up over the edge of the balcony like a pop star. Oops. Goblins are wriggly. Because they are
Bounce, boing.
10 foot away, well, 15 foot technically away from the edge of that. So you have to give them a little push.
I don't know if I do want to throw my child.
Also on the top of your head, that's a 30-foot fall, just saying.
Okay. It's Wiley's go, isn't it?
Not currently, because at the top of the round, we're going to stay in initiative. So Belina's whole turn is to, they drop this spear-like implement to their side. And they are looking at you, Kaz, with these bright, snowy eyes. You can see tears have run down their face. And not just recently, this has been like, must have been the entire fight.
Aww.
And you see her and she says, that's a lot of accurate information. I think they would leave it at that. And they look down. Towards Barra, who's like, and you see her sort of like, yep, okay, that's a problem. Then, Three to drop that. Movement to change weapons. They don't have a haste circuit on. Barra, it's him.
Swaying.
Just, honestly, like bleeding out and swaying. Barra, your friend hit him good. Wiley is going to try and leap from you and jump down to you.
Okay.
As they're like, Wah! You can make a reflex save to try and.
I could do. I'll not.
Yeah, do you want to let them jump it, or are you going to try and stop them from
I'll
jumping?
try and stop them from now.
Okay, so you're going to make a reflex save. They're going to make an acrobatics check. He rolled well there. Deal with the problem.
Bye, Wiley.
Fine.
What armour?
What do you say for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, Wiley.
How many HP's he got again?
Not
6.
many.
Does not have acrobatics. Just gets to add dex. That is a 17.
18.
Whoa! They go to jump and like you just whoa there.
Okay.
And like and they're like clawing through the air to like try and get at this individual. That's the end of their go.
He's got his angle just there. Upside down.
Holds him and Ruth jumps over cannonball.
Honestly, Michael once when we were back here, so my eldest, like when he was like less than 2, he was like stood on my lap on the sofa back when I lived in the middle of Truro, bobbing him about. I looked that way and I released my grip and he jumped that way and I literally did that and I caught him by his waist and was like, nope. Bruce, it is your go. Your haste circuit ends, as does Barra's.
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of just. No, you don't. And then I'm gonna fly down straight into melee with.
Like an angel of death, brimming with solar energy.
I'm not going to solar flare.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Just a hole where we
Just a
were.
goblin, like, we just see this flame erupt and just turns into a skeleton.
How'd you like that, kid? Kid? Just ash.
His knife.
And yeah, I'm going to make a swipe with my solar weapon.
Okay, go for it.
You haven't said anything.
That's what I haven't really had a
16 to
chance, yeah.
hit.
Oh, that's against KAC, and it misses even while stunned.
Okay, fair.
Okay, that's the end of that. Pez. You see this character is just like, still like, and they're starting to like come around, but they're still out of it. You see Roos like catch Wiley, and he was screaming like, "For Dad!" And then,
Oh, bless him.
Bruce, he called you Dad.
Oh my god.
It's happening.
We're bonding. I am going to
Maybe
run
I'll
up
just
to
roll
one that's.
wasted 2 nat 20s there, by the way, by rolling some dice.
Oh, yeah.
Dual natties.
Good, good, good.
I am going. Both of them.
Just one.
I'm going to run up to the one that is stunned and try and restrain him.
Okay. So you can run right up to the back of him. How are you trying to restrain him? Are you just like grabbing on?
I'm going to try and grapple him down, so take him out at his knees and then just force him to the ground.
Okay, cool. So you get to make a athletics check, which will be against his athletics, which obviously will be affected by the stuns and stuff. Still good though.
Yes, no.
What did you roll?
18 minus 1.
13 plus 19. And this is not just like them fighting back, they're just bigger than you. And it's like a kid trying to tackle their bodybuilder uncle. It's just like, you just hit into him. And like, all of his effort is going into just staying standing, which is why you don't actually manage to knock him down. It's like his feet are firmly planted and like his entire being is about being a tank.
So is rushing an action as well as movement?
Bull rush is that, or is that?
Or is it charge?
Both are full actions, I believe. So you get to move up to your movement speed and then make a melee attack, or in this case, a grapple or a combat maneuver. If I'm wrong, comment on the internet.
With that, I will probably just leave Bear where she is. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything else because I'd have been trying to. I'm just trying to still pull him down.
Yeah.
Even though I'm clearly not good at it, I'm just trying to get them to their knees to restrain them.
As TJ,
Hello.
we happen across your turn.
We happen across it.
If there was an order, it is now active or go.
Restored. I mean, I can see what's happening up here.
Give me sense motive, just to be safe.
Sure. I was going to say, would you like me to sense
It's
it?
a low DC.
Oh, it's very good.
You're beating a 5 here.
Oh, can I have my D6 back, please?
Oh,
Oh, fuck off.
It's
is it that one?
That's the one.
Okay.
My apologies.
So,
35.
You've been around enough to absolutely see this person has dropped their guard, and you can see they're like on the common looking down like, Barra! And you can now see like the concern on their face. You kind of like, Barra's being like smashed into, and it's just like still stood there. But like what you see is like Roos still miss as this guy sways.
Yeah.
Pez is trying to grab them.
I'm going to use my movement and then spend a resolve to get more movement to get me as close to the team as I
It's going to
can.
hit around there. And 5, 10, 15, 5, 10. Yeah, you can get right up to them.
Lovely. And I'm going to be like, ceasefire for goodness sake! What are we, animals? And I'm gonna like just get out a serum and it into this dude's thigh. It's a D8, isn't it, or a Mark 1?
Yes.
5 points.
You've got them here if you want to. You've done that one, but
There we
yeah.
go.
I moved them all over here because they're just all over the table.
Yeah, so for 5 points of healing.
Okay.
better than nothing.
It sure is.
It's now up to 6.
Up to 10, I'll give you that. He was on 5. He's not weak either. He's got a lot of hit points, and you guys really gave it to him.
No, Sylph.
Yeah.
Did it right.
You can see that like that begins to like stop bringing him around a little bit. He's still not quite there because we're not quite at Sylph's go yet. But you can see that like you put it in and that wound begins to like close. What you also notice is that it's not just the healing serum, but it seems to kick something into overdrive. As you've seen Kaz's nanites do this, as his begin to like also like patch up a little bit. You can also see that yeah, they have this like hefty scar on one side of their head, which is like some old battle wound. They've got this like grey, heavy armor. There is an auto rifle on the floor of some kind. And yeah, anything else from?
I think, yeah, it's just going to be a hello, I'm TJ Squeakson, Captain of the Orion's Hope. We'll get you fixed up in no time.
They just like can't speak.
Wonderful. That's my turn.
Sway if you understand me.
Are we staying in initiative at this point after that's been called out?
I would like to do one thing.
Okay, so sure go anyway.
Take him out.
As your round comes into effect, this is where you can see them like the swaying stops, and they're like.
I don't know whether it's going to be at the top, but anyway, regardless, can he make a will saving throw?
Absolutely.
16.
Surprisingly, not his worst save. 16, though.
Yeah.
It's lower than his fortitude. Fails.
Okay, so I'm going to take my movement towards the ladder. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna throw out this card. And it'll like ping him on the head, just stick into his head and slightly melt in. And the sort of, it's got a little sad face on it with a teardrop on the design, and it's incompetence.
Tell me what it does.
You cause all the targets of this spell, which is in this case just going to be him, to lose proficiency with one class of weapon of your choice, which is basic or advanced melee weapons, small arms, long arms, heavy weapons, grenades, or natural weapons. I'm assuming the nanites come under natural weapons. Or do
Not
they
really.
come under advanced melee?
I will let you know that this particular hammer, which his knights take the form of, is advanced melee.
Okay, well, I would like to then choose, if that's all right,
Yeah.
advanced melee, so that if he does go, he then and suffers normal penalties for attacks made with weapons that they are not then proficient with. So
Yeah.
basically loses proficiency with
Definitely.
his...
That's big, by the way.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fucking huge to take that away from this kind of class.
So,
How long's that for?
1 round.
Level.
Oh, per level. I'm only casting it at first level because I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, so he's incompetent with his... So he wakes up from his nausea. The hammer's really heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be like, so are we playing nice?
Yeah. You watch as this sickness wears off and this like cold sweat, this stunned effect, and then it's like as he's like hits him head, and it slowly seeps into his brain, like through that sky. He's like, God. And he's like, and at the same time, Velena is still like, Barry, stand down. It's Kaz. It's like, hey. Oh, good. Hey, Kaz.
Hey,
No, it was you. And he just slumps to his ass and sits down.
I'm not behind him, right?
Hi, Kaz.
You can,
Roll your
you can avoid
character.
it. Would you like to drop initiative, or since it be your go?
I'm happy to. Did Lena actually dissipate her spear?
No, the spear's still up. She's put it to one side because your friends haven't stepped down.
Yeah.
And in this moment,
Okay.
as everybody like stops, falls back in, but she's like, Eric, you good? Yeah, I'm fine. Ow!
I knew you would be.
There, Kaz.
How you doing, man?
Oh, been better.
Haven't we all?
Somebody like to explain to me what the fuck is going on.
These two are my old crew. It's been a long time.
And they've opened up by attacking you.
And it's like, as like, I suppose, no, it'd be Barrack. He would go, we had to be sure it was Kaz. Yeah, anybody can pretend to be someone, but you can't replicate what we can do.
Oh, certainly can't. I'm just going to give you just a little bit. You've done so well, dear chap. You're doing great. And do you know what? I think you're feeling fantastic. And I'm going to try and use my my envoy improvisation. Kiss it better. With only a token medical effort, you can convince allies they've recovered from recent injuries. As a standard action, you can attempt a bluff or medicine check against an ally within your natural reach, who is less than their maximum number of HP or stamina points. DC is equal to either 5 plus allies' total sense motive bonus, or 5 plus allies' medicine bonus, or 10 plus 1.5 times whichever level of the ally, whichever is greater.
Whichever is greater?
Yeah.
Okay, so they've got no sense motive.
Oh, so
Taken out of him.
Whatever's greater will probably be their level, which is 7.
So 10 plus 1.5 times their level.
Which is rounded down, so it's 7 plus 3, which is so plus 10, so it's a DC 20.
Okay. 38.
Yeah.
And what, pray tell, does Kiss It Better do?
Kiss it better, kiss it better. They gain HP equal to 2d8 plus my charisma modifier.
Oh my god!
Wow.
And then 1d8 temporary HP for every 4 levels of envoy above 6th. But we'll probably never get there, so for now, it's bad. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of healing for them.
I do feel better.
Rubbing his thigh, be like, you're doing so good, buddy. You're doing so good.
And he like turns around, he's like, one of you hit real hard.
There you go.
Felena's just looking at you. How? Where have you been? We watched.
I was going to ask the same of you. I watched you all die.
No. You died.
That's not how I saw it. Our ship blew up.
Yeah.
I was ejected into space along with all of you.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had our suits on, so it lasted for a little bit, but the shrapnel of the ship ripped you all apart. And I went unconscious.
I'm going to sense mode.
Shall I call off the Orion's Hope?
It is one round away, and you can like probably see it in the distance, like
Guns glaring, full of charge.
but it only would get it there as.
Yeah, no, bring it in, because we can probably chat on the ship.
Good
Make
call.
coffee.
I think if I could need
And there are
it.
biscuits in the cupboard, so
Spag judges.
some Sporben creams.
Sauce of salad as well.
Spag and wheels.
Sponnox tea cakes.
Oh, dude.
Pink wafers.
There's like there's like a pained pause and a furrowed brow. Station security will probably be here soon. We should find somewhere to talk.
Yeah, yes, we probably do need somewhere.
Funny you say that, coming in.
And you see like the Orion's Hope. And you could almost like, you couldn't bring it into this current docking bay because there's too much in here, but you could essentially turn it like on its side so like the top hatch would be able to breach with the container doors. And
we have a ship of our own if you would like to speak there, of course, but I understand if there's any trepidation still in your mind.
you got your own ship now, have you? Captain Kaz, is it?
No.
Yes.
You know me well enough, Rag. That's not who I am.
Felina looks to you and is like, presses something on her data pad. Give me a computer's check.
29.
As they are also remote piloting a ship. And they basically tell it to not stand down, but they stop it from moving. I suppose if you'll have us. Your friends know a lot about you. By extension, I imagine they know a lot about us.
If you're talking about you specifically, they know what they need to know. They know about us as Strix and what we've been inducted into. There's a lot going on, and I'm not sure you might be aware of already, but there's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot of catching up to do.
Certainly.
And she gestures to the ladder.
At this point, shimmer my sword away and go down the ladder.
She will follow. And getting down to ground level, she moves over to Barra and begins to see that you patched him up somewhat. He's like, he starts to stand up, and
I think I'd come down and offer him a hand as he tries to get up and just say, I'm impressed with your resolve.
Takes a lot more than that to take this guy down.
Like one more.
Not a lot more. That's my number, like 5 more.
I'll give a little tip of the hand. I'll be like, I'll try harder next time.
Yeah! And,
Shiv.
they keep good company, Kaz.
Well, I do try.
And, yeah, you guys can make your way onto Orion's Hope. And you tell me where you're setting up this conversation. What's it like on the ship?
Well, I think we take the ship away from this docking bay if security's going to come along.
Yeah.
So maybe we go back to the docking bay we were at.
Yeah.
Do you bring them to the bridge? Do you leave them in the engine rooms? Do you?
Just more of an open. We've got a little bit like a corner seating bit.
Yeah, we've got that
haven't we?
nice little table area.
With a bit of
And
kitchen.
Open plan
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah.
can everyone have a seat? I'll be mother.
You see that as you come through, I think it's actually the thing would come into the dock would come into the crew quarters, and then you can go through into the kitchen, so they wouldn't see something else, so that's fine. And yeah, Barrick wastes no time. He sits down and he's like, comfy space you got.
Make yourself a home, man.
And then Selena will move over to the other side of the room, which for you know that's sort of semi-tactical. It's something ingrained into them to
Keep
be
some space.
yeah, other side of the rooms, flanking
Don't be
positions.
too close. Kind of thing.
Exactly that, and old habits die hard.
Yeah.
You can see that. Yeah, she is just taking in her surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
You take the ship out from Absalom, maybe move into the array of starships that create this almost traffic jam, or it's essentially a car park outside of Absalom Station where there's freighters or multiple ships that have been docked together to create living habitats. It actually has a name and I can't remember it. What was it called?
Better make sure we don't get a ticket.
20 quid. 20 UPD? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Last year it was 10.
Oh, it's 10 if you pay it now. It's 20 if you leave it a week.
Are we using the app?
The Armada, that's it.
sake.
And there's no parking, and that's the reason. It's because most people leave their ships outside, or they live in the Armada.
Oh, the
because
ticket man's coming.
the space inside Absalom Station is so finite. Do you move it into the Armada? I mean, you tell me where you're going. Are you just flying around?
I think maybe sticking to a bit of open space might be a good idea. Just to not be disturbed wherever possible. So just somewhere around Absalom, keeping it at a sort of safe-ish distance.
Yeah.
Aye, aye,
Rough
Captain.
end of the Armada.
Yeah. You tell me what's happening
Okay.
next.
Well, clearly, whatever happened on our ship, Dina, Rag, you have a different view of it than I did. So please, I'd love to know what you think happened.
Obviously we were traveling, and we were not long out of the drift. And the ship started falling apart.
I remember that.
I remember you running, trying to fix everything all at once, and Zek keeping calm and cool. But we couldn't, and we were ejected into space, and that's when it exploded. And yeah, the shrapnel was tearing through us all. We couldn't get to each other. There was nothing we could do. And the next thing I know, we've woken up back at Keydal. Kaz, it was all a test. Our freedom, our everything was all a test.
So I've heard.
You didn't make it.
How do you know I didn't make it?
And you see, like, she is crying now. We buried you.
Oh.
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 That'll do it.
Yeah! Nobody said anything, but it was real nice.
Did you... I can't imagine... our benefactors would have allowed such emotion.
No. We were a crew. We took your body down into the out into the desert, and we buried you.
You haven't got some sort of Eoxian technology on you, have you?
Not that I know of. Absolutely not. I mean, I woke up on his ship. I think he kind of hesitates because he wants to say a name. Someone rescued me. I woke up on their medical table. And you know me, I used to have my goggles. But they were taken off and I rushed to get them on. But they took me back to Absalom Station. And they told me they didn't find anyone else in the wreckage. I didn't really have a choice but to kind of accept my fate. So it took me a little while to adjust, but I became a Starfinder. I've been adventuring sort of since, really.
So all that news report stuff is true.
About what specifically?
You with, and they look around. Some of the faces here, and like we thought that was maybe part of a trick, a trap to lure us here.
All true.
Wow. It's the Dynatech spin of true.
Yes, but I was with these people the entire time.
Why didn't you reach out? Why wait?
Because I'd already...
I suppose you thought we were dead.
Yes. I'd already accepted... Well, I say accepted, but... Because I visibly saw you get shredded apart by the wreckage. In my mind, I couldn't imagine anyone surviving that. And the person that rescued me also said they couldn't find anything there. It was just me. I could only but assume that you were dead. And reaching out to Keydal is not exactly a inconspicuous thing to do. The only reason I reached out when I did is because I'd heard things that, well, saw things, so that you could be alive.
Saw things?
There's a whole magic-y, otherworldly thing that we
Timey-wimey
experienced.
bullshit.
Yeah, that's.
As once famous Doctor Who said.
Who?
Oh, I don't know, saw it somewhere.
Stuff on fan fiction.
Yeah, we were. I can't even explain it to this day, but we experienced something when we were on a different planet that gave me a vision of somewhere in Kidal, and I think I saw you.
And she's taken aback a little bit by this. Oh, you didn't see me? Same old Cass.
Unfortunately, no, I did not see you.
Actually, that's the point. Would Roos and I recognise this woman from that?
Yeah.
Teachers are like.
Stop it.
Do you remember what you saw?
We saw she was with the
The
doctor guy, wasn't she? And
Yeah,
he
possibly
he'd done
the
that
architect.
experimenty
Yeah.
thing on the. Was it
yes,
a dragony being?
I think Lena was walking into the room
I've got it
at the
somewhere.
time. I think his experiment had somehow failed. He got angry.
Yeah,
You injected
so it was.
nanites.
Hang on, I've got it here. God, so many fucking things in here. Yeah, it was a failed nanite jars, man with a lab coat, with slick black white hair, dark blue skin, cybernetic wings shimmering like nanites. All this, yeah, there was a draconian small being. Its scales turned to like metal, and then it melted. And then there was the female strips, and he took blood from her. That's what we've got on that one.
I kind of sort of relay that with TJ just together and say that. Fucking
That's a nat
bastard.
20 on her roll.
Phil?
It's merely a recall knowledge check for that particular thing. How did you see this?
Like I said, otherworldly magic.
We know Space Jesus.
Jesus.
Like,
He's super right now, but it's fine.
like I said, it's
Pending.
incredibly
Pending
hard
suit.
to explain. But you know I'm not lying. I can't just come out with that and for it to be true, which quite clearly I can see.
No,
It
it's
is.
quite accurate.
Exactly. It was not by camera. It was not any technological means. Because you know Kido would have had that shit shut down.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, it would have done.
So let me get this straight.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, feel free.
From your point of view, you buried Kaz in a desert somewhere. And from your point of view, you died out in space. Or got
Well,
picked
I
up
suddenly
and
was
shredded in
blacked out.
space. Are there two of you?
I mean, given the recent events, possibly true.
Recent events?
Well, not to bring up, too traumatic a memory, but was the Kaz you buried recognizable as Kaz, or was he disfigured? And
Beyond belief.
was it dental records only kind of deal?
It was him. It was you. Yeah! Right down to the weight and everything.
Oh, and we've heard of,
Right back to old habits, eh, Rag?
we've heard of something like this before.
I mean, you probably know of it already, but we've seen evidence and experiments of cloning.
It's like a visible look on her face.
Sense motive, please.
Yep.
That's odd.
Oh,
28.
The look on her face is one of thought processing and a little bit of confusion. It doesn't give anything away like he's got it.
Yeah,
If anything, it gives them another thing to think on.
nice.
So you're saying you're cloned?
it's possible. If you buried a body that looked like me, it's quite... it's the easiest answer, really. And knowing where we found the cloning information from, it makes even more sense.
They had a file on you.
saying I was KIA.
I mean, as far as Keydell's concerned, you are KIA.
And that tracks. But
Can I try a recall knowledge on what we found in? Was it in Kaz's neck that he had the chip? So was it a transmitter or a transceiver that you can receive a signal?
I think I could send.
You can send a signal but not receive.
Yeah. So he had a data transponder. And you know that from the cloning devices that you saw, they had data receivers.
I'm just wondering, is that the way of them getting consciousness from you back to the system? So it's just a loop.
I mean, that's very possible. Maybe it had a fail-safe in the... If it knows that someone is near death, it transmits.
So it keeps
So much effort into your training.
the cycle of Kaz.
Exactly.
That is the stuff of dreams and...
Oh, no.
No.
It's reality. I've seen it with my own eyes. We all have.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, but... I'm just glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here too. Even if you are a pain in the ass. I mean, look, I'm willing to throw a name out. And this may mean something to you, I don't know. Dr. Grimm.
No. Should I know that name?
Well, I think they were one of the first to be experimented on like we were.
As part of the program.
A version of. But they are extremely intelligent. Far beyond our means. And they have been doing their own experiments. He is the one who has been finalizing cloning. In fact,
Back on Keydell.
to and fro, he's been working on the Absalom station recently. And before that, Kshoria. We killed him once. But he came back alive again.
Sorry, my compact keeps buzzing. I'm not quite sure what any of that means. But... And you can see like she's struggling to like...
I mean, look, we've told you a lot. I'd like to know more about where you've been and what you've been doing,
Yeah.
if you wouldn't mind.
And there's almost a moment where you see her letting her guard down. And you see her like start to look around the room before looking back at you.
And you want to be in more a blackout place?
I just worry. She snaps you up.
Say what, bitch?
Rely on the wit and the audacity of this bitch.
I just don't know how much you want getting out into the public here.
I mean, we've given quite a lot less of a fuck recently, haven't we?
Yeah. Doesn't mean I haven't.
True. No, that's very true, and I'm willing to stand by that. I completely understand.
Would you like us to give you the room?
Is it these guys you're worried about, or anything that may be bugged?
More, I don't know these people. Yeah, we got secrets.
So do we.
But you know our secrets. How much do they know? How much can you trust them? And their eyes linger on Sylph for a minute.
Just stare straight back through the glasses.
And they see two goblins.
If you do feel uncomfortable, we can always go elsewhere.
I trust them dearly. They have seen me through very hard times. They have been nothing but kind, and I've done my best to support them in any missions and adventures that we've been on.
Bruce is just going to go red mist.
I'm willing to talk in front of these.
As long as he's happy, I mean... Scars, come on!
I understand the trepidation.
And she looks to the rest of you. I don't know how much Kaz has told you about the program we're part of. We are sleeper agents. We are spies. We are saboteurs. We are trained to break past what is capable of the body. This much, I imagine, you probably know. Our purpose is mainly to infiltrate Drow society. And has been our job as a team since the final test. The test you didn't come back from. We spent a long time infiltrating and learning about our quarry for Keydell. As Strix, we have a natural similarity to the Drow. It's also why our wings are removed. And augmentations are made so that we can act more like them. Because we've been deep in apostate culture for a long time. As a crew, as agents of Keydell. Just to refresh, what is it you're asking? We're asking when we started this before. I've just tangented off and forget what you mainly asked.
I want to know what they've actually been doing since the crash of the ship. You know, who's giving them orders? What is your mission, essentially?
The mission was, and had always been, to be spies on a post day. However, in the past year, we have been pulled from that job by the architect and by Zek.
Still alive then. I was waiting to hear back on what you've been saying and what you've been doing first before I asked.
Well, the other four are alive, Kaz.
It's good to know. Well, I hope the rest of you, as well as can be.
We've been through a lot. Understand that. Without you, we obviously had to adapt, make changes. Losing you was hard. Yeah, wasn't very fun going through that one.
Didn't find anyone to replace me then.
Nobody else has really made it through the program. There've been a couple of apparently people before us who have come close to being what we are. But nobody since has made it through. Which is why you probably saw my blood being taken.
Trying to quicken the process, huh?
I don't know the ins and outs, but periodically, or when asked, the architect will take blood from us and use them in their latest experiments. And that's really what we've been doing for the past year, is helping the architect with no longer Strix, but They are looking at the effects on, I think, creatures and other beings around the Pact Worlds. We've been capturing monsters. We have been tasked since leaving a post day in the collection and retrieval of different creatures. I don't get to see what happens in the labs, but every now and again one of us is called for to bring the next subject or to offer our blood. Zek has a closer relationship with the architect these days.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. We don't see him that often anymore. Only when we go out on jobs.
Why is that? Has he got a sort of higher position, you think?
He's the captain.
Hmm.
We don't need to know what's going on until he tells us what our orders are. A job's a job, and orders are orders.
Has he changed at all? Since everything?
I'm a little more closed off to myself and to Rag. Zara, I think it made her grow a bit more callous, a bit more cold. But she didn't take to being taken away from the role of saboteur, spy, and what we were supposed to do very well. A lot more anger in her these days.
Feels like a kind of puts a downer on everything that we have been through. After all that torture and pain, and now you guys are just collecting animals and creatures instead of going by the slogan that we've always drilled into our heads.
Perfection. As far as I can tell, we've been the only perfect group of people to make it through. But the architect still pushes for more.
Well, there's definitely at least one other person out there who has nanites. Dr. Grimm. It's very interesting.
You say this Dr. Grimm has nanites. In what capacity? What, like us? Or...
Well, they've certainly been able to manifest nanites in ways that we have all done.
It wasn't quite the same though, was it, Gaz? Because he had them sort of... They
nanite
weren't internal, they were... You kept them in jars, didn't you?
Because nanite technology is known throughout the galaxy. It's
It's
common...
just eerily similar to what we can do. Making the clouds and...
Which is, again, sorry for the heavy hits, but there's only one way to guarantee that you are one of us. And that's by forcing those out.
I understand.
You can take him, though. He's a big boy. Not as big as this guy. You guys got any food around here?
Biscuit?
Oh, yeah!
I mean, if it wasn't for Sylph here, I think I'd be in a lot worse condition, Rag.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sylph.
It's all right. I'll lean in next to Rag with another little plate of biscuits.
Oh, yeah. You're not as quiet as you used to be.
I think this group here has kind of drawn me out of my shell a little bit.
You are leaving a footprint.
Yep.
We genuinely thought the whole news reel and this message from Kay was potentially a drow ploy to get us out of hiding. But something stuck with me with your message. And I had to know.
Where are Zek and Zara now? Are they back on Q-Down?
Yes. We didn't tell them. I didn't tell them. Ha! She didn't tell me till we were halfway here! I got to go on a cruise ship.
That sounds like you.
Ha.
Was that the only reason you guys were on this cruise ship, or were you here for other reasons too?
We hadn't used that particular comm channel in a long time, since before Kaz died. To get a message like that, with that information, signed off the way it was either too good to be true or it was a trap. I thought it might be another test, or it was a drow ploy to infiltrate us and pull us out of hiding. And
It's almost exactly what you were thinking on the other end of it, wasn't it,
Yes,
Kaz?
exactly. I thought you guys being here would be a trap as well. I was hoping that you wouldn't be indoctrinated and persuaded to obey orders, no matter what they are.
I don't know why I felt uneasy about telling anyone, but understand, again, we buried you. That was the hardest day for all four of us. So how do I explain to what is essentially a troop of murderers and spies, oh, I've got this message from a ghost?
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm glad you came.
And there is a genuine smile. And she just leans in and hugs you.
Aww.
I think he's like kind of taken back. He's like, I'm not used to this.
You're just going to be
But
like, relax.
Deep breath and hug back.
Good boy, yes.
So, and she like adjusts herself, and like Baron's like, huh? Biscuit like falling out of his mouth.
Pipe down, Rag, pipe down.
So, what now? Why? I mean,
Oh god, there's so much.
I suppose the most pertinent thing is,
Yes.
in relation to you, we believe that there is a network of scientists working on this, what would really be described as a forced evolution project. And having seen what they potentially might be forcing their way into is a little bit terrifying.
what do you mean? Forcing their way into what?
Or does anyone actually? I've got images of it, and I get up the big boy that Calyx manifested from the cloud, like that.
Oh, the Kyoka.
And she says, "That's a Kyoka."
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
There it is.
Forced evolution on one of those.
Or towards. We're not really sure.
What kind of
entirely.
creatures have you been collecting?
I would imagine quite rare ones. Maybe something unique or unknown species, perhaps.
It's been a bit of a mix of different things, really.
No, it's all right, dear lady. Don't worry.
We tend to go out and collect a few of each one when we do. We'll travel to a planet, and we've collected. And there's still this like look of trepidation on her face to be like looking around. Nothing that big. We've stayed within the Pact worlds. We've been within this system. Had a couple of Kasariks from Castrovel. We've had some faster toads from Akaton. And dragons! That's what. This was a dragon! And he like points to his face, and like you see like the heavy
Wow.
scar.
Bet that's a story.
Wormlings. A lot easier to lure out and capture. They quite hostile, but a lot easier to overpower. Some cloud skates from Brethredda, Anacytes from Avalon, a couple of dreadful stalkers from Apostate. And that's the first few things that we got were from Apostate, and we thought, well, maybe they were going to use their own creatures, their own natural environments against them, but recently we've just been going out collecting what seems like random creatures.
Certainly something to delve into at some point, but I mean, the only way we can get any more information on that is back at Kido.
You're coming home.
I don't know about that yet.
And looks across the rest of the crew's like,
I know these guys aren't getting in.
not openly, no.
I could try.
Oh, I mean, yeah, absolutely. You could probably, maybe sneak our way in, but if you were even seen, that's some shit.
What do you hope to gain going there? I mean, I'd love to have you with us again, but you're obviously on a different trajectory right now.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that you're still alive and that you're still you, but priorities have changed. I'm still loyal to you, but I'm loyal to these guys too. And right now, they're in a world of shit.
I mean, we can try and get you in, but you would have to come in from the ground.
I mean, I don't know.
From your grave.
Well,
Damn.
I mean, speaking of, how far away did you bury me from Kido? Like,
Not far away from the foot of the tower.
yeah. Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna
I'm just thinking.
quietly come in, I mean, the foot of the tower is the best, it is the least guarded. I mean, obviously everything we did was from the spire at the top.
Yeah.
Obviously, most of the city is civilian bases towards the bottom.
Well, I don't know if Kido is the next step or not, but I can only imagine that at some point we'll have to. But
It's a great to have you home!
I don't know, I kind of like it out here. Kido has always been a bit dreary.
I find it cramped.
That too. I mean, one tower to hold a whole species. I mean,
Yeah, imagine.
Kaz looks over you and goes, didn't think about that one.
No, you didn't.
It's like a
Cal.
raised eyebrow. Confusion.
I mean, that's up to
It's
you.
fine, Kaz. Don't even worry about it. The trauma.
What?
Vietnam flashbacks.
I mean, you've probably not heard of the Hashtag.
No.
Hello, I'm a Hastoki.
And something that we are currently definitely working on is the fact that Hastoki are not a recognised race of the Pact. As I'm sure you will know, you know the list of races on that list. But,
We were made in a Dynatech lab.
yes, and apparently not deemed to be conscious or have personality. Sold as essentially slaves. But, as you can see, TJ here is more than personable.
Oh, stop you. His kid taught me everything I know. We call him Kaz the Riz Umbra.
That's not true.
You don't know him very well, do you?
Oh, the work we put into this
versatile.
horse.
She's smiling.
Here, I'll give you a little tip back. We even got him to do anti-gravity karaoke.
Like, when did this happen?
In the drift, dude. We got drunk and did karaoke with the gravity off.
I don't remember this.
It was so you could feel flying without your wings. It was the first time you took your goggles off.
It wasn't karaoke.
We did karaoke. We all sang.
Calyx would in the background. We did go karaoke.
I think
Space curling.
Kaz has probably
Yes, as well.
genuinely like shut it out a little bit.
PTSD.
And she is looking at you like,
Clearly things have changed. And I think for the better.
you really did let go.
Yep.
All bought and paid for. All bought and paid for.
Shipping included.
You gonna eat that? Take the biscuit.
Do you want a salad?
No.
Cool.
I got this great mushroom. I think you'll love it.
Oh no,
I'm gonna
no,
offer him the
Rose,
mushrooms.
Rose, Rose.
I think Vag probably would. I don't know. But... Listen, I mean, what do you want to do next?
Why is this Strix in the airlock?
Now that you know that I am who I am, I'd love to have you guys with me, but I understand that you have your own
I'm not.
duties.
And that exactly. We're not going to be able to be away from Keydel for long. We didn't tell them we were coming out here. We just said that we wanted to check on some things and tried to make it as routine as possible. I don't know what to do right now. I don't know whether to... Do you want them to know you're alive? I mean, you sent a message that kind of tells me you do, but it seems like you want to be more covert.
There's a chance they already do, and they just haven't told you, because maybe they know that you do something about it, try and find me. I don't know. But I know that Dr. Grimm knows, and he has a situationship with the architect.
I like that.
And the higher-ups of Dynatech.
You keep mentioning Dynatech, this company.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Well, sort of started our whole adventure off, really. Like I said, I became a Starfinder. And myself, Skelkin, and Vorag.
Bitch. You did. She's like one of the women in the galaxy. I hate her.
What's she like her? Tell me all about this bitch. What's her Instagram?
She found another woman then. No, she does not do that.
She wouldn't do that.
No, she would not do that.
I was 3 with Starfinders, but we were also joined by TJ and the Calyx, who was not here.
Oh.
He's soup.
Super adjacent, as we like to call.
I'll take some soup.
No.
Put it in the microwave.
You love those.
Anything with an SP on the end, it just sorts me out.
Microwaves.
Sorts me out.
We were put all on a mission together, a mix of Starfinders and Dynatech employees, which is unusual. And this was your first.
Anything.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. And I believe it was Calyx's first as well.
It was so well. Yeah, both of us. It was our first mission
away from the station.
Led to believe. Well, Calyx was sent under the premise of gaining navigational data, and myself was sent under the guise of press and good propaganda. In hindsight, I can see I was the propaganda for the Histoki rollout, but live and learn.
Long-term Xano plan as well, by the sounds of it.
Long-term Xano plan, I like that. You can do it and come again.
I will.
But we went out and things went a little awry from there. And the deeper we've dug, the more Dynatech seems to be hiding things or having fingers in pies it shouldn't that shake the foundations of the pact itself. And we know that my creators who work for Dynatech are potentially linked to your architect.
How?
Well, do the names Dr. Timothy Amadeus and Dr. Joanne Fields mean anything to you?
No.
Cool, good. But they have also been experimenting with gene splicing.
Okay.
And we know that Dr. Grimm has his little project as well, and everything seems to be a little closely connected. But I know from, again, an interesting Desna-related group hallucination, that Dr. Joanne has her own evolutionary project on the go.
No mysticism on that sheet. I don't know if that has much to do with this. Obviously, you've thrown this name, Dr. Grimm, out, and you said that they're potentially someone who's, did you say, been through the program?
It's possible. It's possible that they were in the program but failed. But they are extremely intelligent and know how to use nanos and how to wield them. They don't really have a body. They are just a brain. But they have discovered cloning, and they've managed to make it work quite a few times. Once on themselves, and quite a few times on another that we know as Nigel. May or may not be their real name.
Nigel?
I don't know if you've seen a red Vesk at all. I can't imagine you would have.
There's a lot of Vesks in the universe.
True, and there are probably a lot of red ones as well. But
Nigel's not red, just
what colour was it?
green. Fuck. I hope podcast picked that up. Vorag, there was a guy that you...
Excuse me, green Vesk and Nigel.
Oh, you know what?
I was thinking of our good old friend Vorag.
What's the connection then? Or is it just a loose one to Dr. Grimm?
There was absolutely ties with the architect. 100%. We saw information where there was deep data relays within Keydale.
Someone's transferring data from Keydale to Absalom Station.
I've got it on my phone.
Somewhere in here. But they also have data relays within Dynatech too. And for Dr. Grimm to have both of these.
Within Dynatech?
I'd imagine so. So, it's convenient. And obviously, Dr. Grimm not having a body does possibly mean they're maybe not even a Strix. I don't know. But they seem to they know a lot about us.
Okay.
Thanks.
TJ passes over a comp.
Thank you. I couldn't find it, somewhere.
Tech Bro's got your back.
But they had, I believe, data relays on Verces in general as well. So.
That they were sending information to or pulling information from? Was it a two-way street?
Well, they're all active. One of them was my file, personal file.
Hand over that information for deeper digging.
They pulled over. They have your personnel file.
Yep.
You mentioned this earlier that you were KIA.
Yep.
If they're able to get your personnel file, that is only within the program.
Exactly. Which is why I think they've even gone through it, succeeded, and exceeded all expectations, or they failed, yet have still managed to resemble some sort of ability and position.
They have to be part of.
Or they weren't in the program and they're running it.
They have to be part of the program. They have to be. Nobody else has access to our files. Okay. Where is this Dr. Grimm now?
I believe with the stewards of the Absalom station.
What?
The stewards.
Right. And they're gonna tell people all about us.
Not essentially. Dr. Grimm has information on Dynatech that they weren't willing to pass on unless they were given
Diplomatic immunity.
essentially freedom.
A coward.
Yeah.
But we needed more information and we went with it.
The survival of a lab, a cloned group depended on it.
And they were going against pact rules.
Okay. I mean, it's obviously some kind of link
Yes.
to Keydel then. If being able to pull your file alone that's pretty confidential.
Exactly.
But I still don't know what the next steps are. I don't know what my next steps are here.
Look, it depends on how willing you are to help. And I understand if you don't want to put yourselves in any compromised position. But I will be honest, we are working to take down Dynatech.
And if the architect is working with Dynatech,
Keydel is involved.
Keydel is involved. Okay.
I would love to have you on our side. But, again, I know how hard that can be.
That's a lot to take in.
And especially if Zek and Zara aren't so willing. Especially Zek.
And you see, like, Baron is, like, cross-eyed almost. Just, like, scratch. And then you see, like, him scratching the back of his head and this, like... And he's like, wait, are we the baddies?
Have another biscuit.
No!
The mushroom is still on offer.
You just on a little plate as you push it closer to him.
Little silver platter.
You're just trying to off your stash now that you're a father.
Yeah.
Because you can't have it anymore.
Responsibility.
No, I said no to salad. I'm all right.
Not technically a salad. It's a.
It's a plant in it.
It's a mushroom.
I mean, well, it's the kind of branched off. It's not a salad.
I don't want to eat it.
You can't leave the table until you finish your veg.
It's just a procedure. It's like
Just check it out. Yeah, well, we don't want it.
it goes to waste.
We have a lot of stuff that we need to do.
Clearly.
Yeah. It's a long list.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. I'm gonna need time with that. Just to digest the information. You have my word, I won't tell anyone. We've at least got a couple of days before we need to head back. If you were all coming to Keydel, though...
I don't know if we are right now.
I think it's a potential down the line.
If you do,
At some point.
you will not get a ship close to the tower.
Then we will travel on foot. Or land vehicle or something.
Could do with some help on how to.
And she smiles and
It's
starts like tapping away, and then will ping across to you a location and a small map. There is a canyon, and you know it well. It's part of your training, and it's, you know, it runs through the desert wastes for a few miles, and there are areas where there are small oases, there are deep chasms, there are caves, there is essentially a natural obstacle course of a few miles that are used as training grounds for especially the Strix who have their wings removed to get about. It's not really in use anymore, but if you were able to park your ship or land your ship outside of, and they give you an area and a radius, and take the canyon, it will take you to the foot of the tower.
Okay.
And your grave.
I might have to dig that up. Because I want to know whose body that is. And if it is me, another me, I want to know.
Just bear in mind what happened last time we dug a body up.
What?
Sophie's also going to look at you a bit strange with that one.
I don't know more about it.
Right. I hope grave robbing's not really
It's
been
not
your...
a pastime of mine, nor any of ours.
No.
For that matter. Again, magical timey-wimey.
Zero.
Job's a job, right? If it needs doing, it needs doing.
We weren't exactly in control of our bodies at the time.
No.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
Mind magic.
Yeah.
Why magic?
Yeah. The mystic arts have never really...
Magic isn't that bad.
It's awful. Hurts. And he like looks to his side. Oh, no, good.
Oh, don't worry, that'll heal soon.
At least you know what we're getting with technology.
Yeah, right?
We make it how we want it to happen. But mysticism is all.
Mystic?
What exactly it is.
Will you bend it to your will and make it what you want as well?
I feel like it still has some element of chaos.
Oh, but that makes it fun.
Conflict.
Look, we're going to be here, I guess, for a couple of days. We have a ship that we can use. But I do have to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything we can do? Do you need anything?
I mean, as risky as it is, you are on the inside.
And you see, like,
And given what we do best, information would be great. Again, don't put yourselves in a compromised position if you don't need to.
what do you want to know?
How far the rabbit hole goes.
These experiments might be a good place to start.
If-
What are they? What are the aims?
If they're getting you in the labs on a regular basis, anything you can find from data, notes,
I mean, we can give you a list of like names that anything that might pop up in things that you find. For instance, Nimbus Dine. Even Dr. Grimm. Just anything that's closely related to the situationship between Keydell and Dynatech and the experiments. We want to know more as to why.
Do you think these experiments then are to do with Dynatech?
I think they're both running their own experiments, but they're working together.
They are sharing certain
Information
with each other to get to their own ends, I feel.
I think they share the same goal
Future Perfect is Dynatech's tag.
in pursuit of perfection. Us.
But
Which is kind of why when I heard about Dynatech and Future Perfect is why I latched onto it, because it made me think of Keydell. It was too close.
I mean, the similarities are definitely striking.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have thought the architects, after everything that we were supposed to be, would have outsourced anything, though, or what would being outside of the tower, that's, everything we've done has been, as far as I was concerned, in pursuit of perfection meant for our race, for the Strix.
Being inside a tower, as large as it may be, has its limits. And we are very good at what we do. We know our shit.
Yeah, we do.
But I just think there comes a time when you've exhausted those resources.
Okay.
Which is maybe why you guys were diverted onto other experiments, capturing monsters and creatures. It's just another path for them to go down, to experiment with.
We did think it was odd.
And quite rightly so, Rag.
I mean, it can't be cheap going to all these planets, and Dynatech has money.
It's very true.
I don't, as far as I'm aware, I suppose the tower, the Keydell would fund it, but then, I don't know, our unit, our program is pretty closed off to the rest of Keydell. We don't take part in the politics, we don't really see anybody but each other.
Perhaps, we don't know the origins of this whole program. If it was government funded by Keydell, and if it was such a failure, they were no longer funded.
Maybe.
Therefore, they have to outsource funding
I mean,
to carry on.
we definitely it felt like infiltrating the Drow, and that was definitely within Keedel's interests. That was definitely part of everything we are. Whatever the need for these creatures are, that's definitely feels different. Maybe that's something to pull on. Maybe they are going a different way, but I did find it odd that we were pulled from such deep infiltration, and
I think something happened, but we don't know what it is. And we can sit here and stipulate all day.
yeah. But yeah, to go from that to monster hunting did feel like a waste.
Exactly. It's a waste of your skill.
Yeah.
Forgive me, but why Drow? I mean, I understand you look so, but...
And that is a lot of it, is that we look so, but the Drow and the Strix do have a history with each other. We are renowned for not necessarily seeing eye to eye, and I think it predates the Gap.
I can understand that kind of feud.
But the Drow are renownedly evil. It's in their core, it's in their being. And cruel. They would wipe us out without a moment's notice if they had the chance. And staying in the tower has kept our race alive, and to not be hunted by them, we keep our defenses up and nobody comes near. Our job was to infiltrate society and either act as sleeper agents to take out people that could be a potential threat, or higher ends of the matriarchal system. That was what it was essentially supposed to be. But although we infiltrated, we never, I suppose, were activated. We collected data, we collected infrastructure, but yeah, we were pulled back, and now we collect monsters.
Yes, for something so vital to your race's survival. Quite interesting.
I agree. Which is why we need to know more. We can't sit around and capture monsters all day.
I quite like it.
I'm sure it does bring its own excitement.
Ha! I got to kill a dragon. Trying to take me with it, Mo.
It sure did.
Ha.
But you won, huh?
I won. Yeah.
I think Roos is just going to look at you, Kaz, like, I don't get this guy.
Just hang around with him.
So, where do we go from here? Obviously, I'll be around.
Clearly you need time to think about all of this.
Kaz, I will help you. I'm just happy you're alive. However it is that you're alive, I'm just grateful. Yeah. It's good to see you again, Goggles.
Goggles. Goggles?
Yeah.
Wow.
We used to call him Specky Bastard, but he's like...
Couldn't help yourself, could you?
Apparently that was me.
Look, I'm very
Sensitive about it.
Yeah.
Specky Bastard.
Specky bastard.
You know, he's Specky Bastard.
Look, I'm happy you guys are alive too. I'm genuinely.
Oh, what wouldn't you be?
Well, it depends on how, in the manner that we met again.
Wow.
If you were truly intent on killing me,
If it wasn't you, we were gonna.
and I wouldn't have blamed you,
Ah,
but I'm glad you didn't. It'd be nice to see Zek and Zara again, but I understand that's a ways off.
why didn't we tell them? We've been through this. I just wanted to be sure with Kaz first. We have grown apart. We still go on missions together, and we still are a very, effective unit.
Mm-hmm.
But the other two, I don't think they'd have given you a chance. Maybe I'm too soft still.
I suppose there's an element of truth.
Look, I'm gonna go back to our ship. Which one did you bring? It's fine. We're gonna head back. You know how to reach me. It was nice to meet you all.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Lean in to brag, and I'll be like, if you want to go to the bar anytime.
Looks to Belina. Maybe not tonight. Oh.
Take some biscuits with you.
And there's just this silence as, they begin to disembark. And the final thing we'd see from her is as she like looks over her shoulder as she's about to like climb up the ladder and out of the hatch. Don't be a stranger.
Keep that comm channel open.
I will. And
you will. Just give me the silence. Fucking hell.
Yeah, they re-enter.
In the background, also like, yes.
One little
The re-enter.
podcast listeners were all thumbs up in Kaz's Riz.
Rhythm.
Like charisma.
Has the rhythm, bruh.
Spooderman. They exit your ship and then have to do the whole writing process of like being one way and then traveling through into the docking bay. And you see that as you guys pull away, they bring another ship in, and it's another scout class kind of vessel. Not as big as the Hope, but certainly very undistinct, very like generic, everyday, average-looking vessel that could just pass as, you know, another random ship that you would pass in the night. And they make their way back, leaving you all to your own devices.
So that was my old crew.
Well, they're lovely.
Yes,
What's
they
the
are.
dynamic with the big guy and the
What do you mean?
other?
What between?
She his mother?
It may seem like that at times, but
Yeah, he had to ask her for permission. Big guy like that.
he's quite thick in the skull, but he's very handy to have around.
Oh, just curious anyway.
No. It's a fair question, to be fair.
While all this is, I'll be like, well, Kaz has been having his heart-to-heart. I've tried to improve Dave.
Just
Wait, what?
Okay, so, and we'll say that happens over the course of a few hours.
yeah.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to. Didn't you say there was tiers of like his sentience? Just knock him up a tier. But because you said it takes a couple of hours, can I take 20
Yeah. Okay.
over the hour?
Well, what's your engineering and your computer to be a check of each?
My computers is plus 15 and my engineering's plus 8.
35 and 28. Okay. I mean, that absolutely succeeds. Dave will become a CR1. Well, probably a CR half synthetic robotic organism.
Yay, Dave.
He's going to get such complex about his history.
Let's not.
I
Let's not do that.
I'm working on that.
There needs to be a role of some kind.
Oh.
I need to work out what kind of personality he gets from breaking that original programming.
Oh, jeez. What would we want from Dave?
I
If we
mean,
had like the personality that fits. Sassy. Sassy
Sassy's quite
Dave.
fun. I mean, so far we've given him like protein, and he's dug graves, and he's had a glow stick, and he's watched things about
He's
captains.
like the robot elf.
Hitchhiker's Guide. It's like, what's the point?
In the paranoid
It's like, what's
Great
the
the
point?
size of a planet, and what they do is ask me to open doors.
I've been travelling with them all this time. They just asked me to get rid of stuff.
I want party day.
DJ
Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah.
DJ Dave, no.
You want a drink? Yeah, gotcha.
Give me a toilet.
Good morning, Orion Toad. Let me hear you say no.
Like we come
DJ
back off a mission, everyone is like absolutely wrecked and just wants to go to bed, and David's like, "Your body goes." It's Sid.
Oh God.
If it's Sid, we
That's the
into
Nat
space.
1 situation. If it's
Don't stop till Dave walks in.
Sid just can't let Kaz go. Takes over Dave.
It's like the Odyssey computer. Welcome back, Kaz. I've been waiting for you.
I'd let you do that, Kaz.
Oh, hey, Kaz.
Oh, he's making
Touch my
I see
USB
ya.
port, Kaz.
What Dave are we gonna get?
It's interesting.
Is it now?
Oh, Kaz, I see you standing here next to me.
Okay. So,
Oh shit, it is Sid, isn't it?
no, luckily not. I did roll the Sid traits and I thought, no, I'm going to re-roll that.
No.
So I have used the roll and play press books, and we have used both character details, because this will be creating a sentient character, not just an AI, and we've used Starship personalities. So, Starship personalities, they're eager to have new experiences.
Oh, yeah.
That's good, yeah.
Then I rolled a couple of times on the character details, and I got a few that I didn't really like, so I was like, you know what, it's not those, I'm going to re-roll, because you can do that with these books. A little plug for them. You can find out what you don't want there. But they are going to struggle to remember names from now on, as they are easily distracted.
Oh, he's so excited by
dog.
all the new experiences, he forgets things.
It's ADHD.
And then it's me again.
Oh
Starship.
my god.
So
ADHD.
Dave.
I will go away and create
That's so
a
good.
character sheet for Dave and create an NPC array, as that will take me a little time. But what's like the final image that we see as you boot them back up? Have you changed their... So obviously right now they are like a tube, protein recycler with essentially wheels on the bottom of it, a hoover arm and a grapple arm. They have a comms unit welded to the side of their bin lid, and then these two like wally like eyes on the top of their lid and a power bank on their side. How are you making them look now, and how are you...
I'm making it look a little bit more sleek, a little bit more sort of refined in what it's meant to do. I've got rid of its wheels and have given it sort of almost like caterpillar tracks that can kind of like
All-terrain.
stretch out, so it can kind of still walk if it gets stuck or anything like that. But he's more sort of polished.
Caterpillar tracks, yeah?
Yeah, less like a toilet system, more like a contained unit.
So you've like changed the body shape into like tracks and
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's R2D2.
It is R2D2.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Okay. As the new shape, and like I imagine it's like taking all the innards out, but like leaving
The core components
and then
its
putting them into a
personality.
new
Yeah.
unit, and they are like, this feels strange. This feels new. Am I alive?
You look amazing, Dave.
Welcome back, Dave.
Yay!
I knew I should have. I knew I shouldn't have given him hands.
And they have like these two like robotic arms, like yay! And
Yes.
Fabulous, Dave.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to the team.
probably where we'll end tonight's episode.
Donuts around the back.
First of all, that's level 7.
Oh yeah.
Dave did it for us.
Dave did it.
Doing that straight away. Hello.
So you can up your characters, and you have time to upgrade the ship. Again.
I did do it 2.6, but now I can do a 7.
Kaz is like, oh,
I'd like to
fucking-
actually have a look at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
yeah.
all if we can do it in
So
chat.
fuck all that shit. No, I'm joking.
Depending on where you decide to go next, if you're ending up in the ship going off somewhere, there could be some starship combat.
I was thinking of cargo bays as well. If we going to travel by land.
Yeah, the only thing I did last time was upgrade the PCU thing to get a bit more stuff on it. I've got some fuck off shields on it.
I remember.
Fuck off
I
shields.
think we had like maybe 70 or something, and now we have like 200 or so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good boost.
It's like, may as well just dump a bit into that, but now.
Got the tactical nuke on there yet?
No, weapons probably do need upgrading, but
Dave just rig him as a nuke.
one time use.
So, actually, we will have to give Dave. I'll come up with that separately then, because I don't think he's going to get class features, but there will certainly be.
What class
Not
would he
yet.
be if he was a class?
Technomancer.
I don't know.
He's a captain.
God, is he gonna rival?
He's a co-captain. He's got a hat that says co-captain.
I've made it so he can still wear his like captain's hat.
But yeah,
take
that's
it from him.
absolutely level 7 and
Smash it.
Where is it again? Is it abilities?
It's
Class.
ideal class, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there are some
And then
really fun named things for when we're at level 7.
There are some good
It's
things
going to be a
across the
hard choice.
yeah. To which end then, we are probably going to close down the stream, close down the podcast and everything else. Thank you to everybody who is here live. Thank you so much. Do please, if you're watching back on Twitch or if you're watching back on YouTube, just head across to Twitch. We are so close to the 200 on Twitch. I think we're like 3 away. So go, just follow. Don't even have to sub. Just follow so we can get to the 200. If you do want to sub up, you have got that Amazon Prime. If you've got Amazon Prime, even that is, give us a little sub with your free Twitch Prime subscription. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Please do. It helps us out. And if you listen on the podcast and you don't listen on the others, go across and hit the follow buttons and the subscribe buttons because we really do want the help. Thank you to my players for sitting through what they didn't know was going to be quite a heavy combat and then some heavy RP,
Yeah.
which you guys
Heavy combat.
It needed to happen to be
Oh, sorry, I'm still happy.
No, like, that
It
was,
is my first nat 20
That was
of this
insane.
entire campaign on an attack.
and it fucking paid off. A real paid off.
So I will let you guys know now that we're outside the fight. We'll do a little tour. Let's say goodbye to the podcast so I can cut it there. Goodbye podcast, we'll see you later. We're going to do a little level up talk, I reckon, and a little talk about everything else on stream. So a little Twitch only, I think.
Twitch only.
So if everybody waves to the cameras for YouTube, we say bye everybody, bye YouTube, bye podcast,
See ya.
bye!
Bye, driver.